Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another Jackson Hole High School sports broadcast live stream from Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network. Tonight, we're home here in the Jackson Hole High School Gymnasium, and it's an age-old rivalry renewed. It's the Braves and Bronx. Just minutes away from getting the back-to-back girls-boys game going. All the action brought to you by Jackson Lumber, Jackson's original board store, the town square inns of Jackson Hole, including the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, and 49er Inn and Suites. Big O Tire sponsoring the scoreboard. It's a reputation you can ride on in the Target Plaza. Why not? The Wyoming Department of Transportation, keeping our highways safe. Blue Spruce Cleaners, green, affordable, convenient, friendly dry cleaning service. Silver Stars with us, fiber fast internet for the Jackson Hole area. For Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Jake. Mac is with us. Kimmy K is with us. And Mac, every time you see Star Valley in this gym, your eyes have to glaze over and your fists clench.
Yes.
You're not long out of the black and orange uniform. And when you see the crimson and gold, what do you think? What's going through your mind?
Well, I just think of how different the culture is of Star Valley. They travel really well. You got to give them credit. They really are passionate about their sports, whether it's football and basketball is their two top priorities of what they focus on. And it shows. Star Valley is a very good basketball program every year. They're a very strong team, both the girls and the boys. And it's shown in records. The records are not in Jackson's favor, but, you know, Jackson has done much better here at home against these Star Valley Braves. And I expect to see some good competitive basketball games. It may not result in wins for either program that are still looking for the first win on Jackson's side of things. But yes, I love the orange and black. Those colors just go better together, in my opinion, than the crimson and gold.
I'll second that.
You know, I'm biased, of course, but, you know, that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of motivation to play hard if you're wearing the black and orange tonight. Number one is the rivalry, and it dates back decades. This is the team you love to beat, and vice versa. They love to beat us. And also, this is an important conference game for the girls and boys, a quadrant game. I have not been explaining correctly what it is that constitutes a conference and a quadrant. I just heard from David Settle that the West, the 4A West, is not doing like conference play and conference wins. They chose to do the quadrant thing. I don't really understand it, Mac. Maybe you do, but I know Star Valley, Jackson, Evanston, and Riverton are in the southwest quadrant. So those are the wins that are precious, quadrant wins. And here's one up for grabs tonight.
Well, it's interesting. They change it every so often, every year. Last year it was conference wins. When I was a senior, I think it was quadrant wins as well. Like, so wins against Evanston, Green River, and Star Valley were more important, and now it's just flipped. Green River and Riverton have flipped, and that's all because Cody moved down to 3A.
Yes, it's thrown a wrench into things. So Star Valley, Jackson, Evanston, Riverton, they're southwest quadrant. When they play each other, that W is gold. So you really need this one if you're Jackson. And you know, more motivation besides the age-old rivalry, besides an important quadrant win for the girls and boys, it would be a win, the first win. I mean, we really need one. Girls and boys still looking for the first dub on the year. We'll take a look at that's our little pregame overview, flyover scene set. We'll take a look at the girls when we come back, drill down on what the girls do well on both sides of Star Valley and Jackson, what they do well, what they do not so well, and what our Jackson girls are going to have to do if they want to get a win tonight. We'll look at all that stuff more in the pregame show when we come back. Jackson Hole, Bronx, basketball right here in the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Tired of waiting in ski lift lines? While Silverlight can't fast track you on the slopes,
We can fast-track your internet. With Silverlight Fiber, your connection won't slow down during peak usage. And there's no data cap holding you back. It's like your own VIP lift to everything you love online, 24/7, all season long. Silverlight Fiber is coming to Jackson this spring. Visit silverlight-fiber.com to check if you're next in line.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
We're back courtside. This one's scheduled to tap at the top of the hour. It looks like we're going to be right on time for that 6 o'clock start between the Braves and the Bronx. Two teams that, they love to go at it. First-year head coach for the Jackson Bronx, Olivia Bingham, just trying to spirits up and just encourage the girls because good times are coming, bad times hopefully behind. This team for the last few years, obviously so young, so inexperienced, but now starting to reap the benefits of the experience. And, we're all excited about seeing an Ari Fowler, Olive Firmanek, Jack Strickland, Maggie Holland, some of the youngsters coming up, and then some of the ones that have paid their dues. It's always fun to watch a Lucy Webb, Allison Burcham. We're going to need them all, everybody, all hands on deck to get this one. But the girls are playing better, Mac.
Yes, they are. They're scoring a lot more, even if it is lowest in the conference. They're getting points. They got 39 points against Riverton, a season high, and the highest point total in the last 3 seasons. So things are looking up for the Bronx, and I couldn't imagine how big this win would be if Jackson was able to escape or skillfully win this game. That would be just such a huge momentum shift in terms of this program because they're still looking for that first win, but what better to do it against the Star Valley Braves, a team that the Lady Bronx have not beaten since 2010. Yes, you heard that right. 2010 was the last time the Lady Bronx beat the Star Valley Braves when they won 4 state championships in a row under head coach Sean Shockey in his first stint 15 years ago almost.
Wow, 2010.
Wow.
What were you doing back then?
I was in kindergarten. Yeah.
This kid wasn't even born in 2010.
Yeah, were y'all born in 2010?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh, yeah,
Holy
they were
cow.
a year old.
All right, 1 year old is the last time. Yeah, that's too long. Too long time coming. The Jackson offense, though, we say 26 points a game doesn't seem like a lot. Scoring is down in general for everybody this year, I'll tell you that. But 26 points a game is way better than the Lady Bronx did last year. They don't shoot terribly well. Play defense okay. But, yeah, nothing about the stats going to be too exciting for the Lady Bronx. Lady Braves, really by the stats, also not the world's greatest eye-popping stats. Star Valley comes into this game under head coach Kate Erickson, 4-8 overall, 3-1 in conference. They're riding a 3-game win streak, 10-point win over Riverton the last time they were on the court at home, 37-27 over Riverton. They average 35 points a game. That ranks them 10th. They don't shoot terribly well, 3s or 2s, not successfully. They don't score a bunch, but they do play defense. Middle of the pack statistically in rebounding and defense, but by the eye, Mac, this is a Lady Braves team that always, as far as I can remember, has always played a very aggressive brand of defense, physical, athletic, hands everywhere. They love to steal it, and they have 2 of the top 10 steal specialists in the lineup, 2 of the top 10 of the conference, Cameron Mackey and Ambry Nelson. So they'll take the ball from you. You got to hang on to the ball if you're on the Jackson girls team.
Well, yes, turnovers have been a problem for the Lady Bronx, but they just got to be more patient, and that's something they have really grown as a team. As the season has progressed, they've definitely done a much better job limiting those turnovers, even if they are still higher than you want. Jackson's just got to be patient, learn how to break that press. Breaking that press is going to be huge in this game because I just automatically know Star Valley's going to want to get after Jackson. They're going to want to get in their heads early, and Jackson's just got to keep composure, be patient, use those 10 seconds, as much as those 10 seconds as possible for getting past the half court. And then once you break that press, usually it is an advantage for the offense because normally there is fast break numbers, a 3-on-2 or a 4-on-3. So Jackson's just got to go and finish in the paint. I think scoring inside is going to be huge for the Bronx.
Funny you should say that. My keys to the game involve that, and number one key is draw fouls. This team goes to the line fewer than any team in the conference. Shouldn't be a surprise. Jackson, I mean, they have got to take it to the rim. Matt, good things happen when you go to the hoop, man. If you don't make this shot, at least draw fouls, because I'll tell you, watching Star Valley on film, I told you they're so aggressive. They foul a lot, especially if you drive, if you attack. If you don't get the bucket, you'll get a whistle, and then it becomes a free throw game. And the girls don't shoot free throws too badly for Jackson. So it's something also for any game they got to do way more of. Be more aggressive offensively. Go to the rim.
Well, going to the rim will allow higher percentage shots. You're more likely to make a layup than a long-range three. Yeah. And then you're also scoring when the clock isn't running is also huge for Jackson because that's just a huge advantage if they get down early or if they get down late in games. Free throws are so critical to the game of basketball, and I think free throws are not people don't make free throws important enough. I think free throws are such a high priority, especially in high school basketball, because they are what they're called, is free points if you convert them.
Another advantage of going to the rim and getting fouls is perhaps you can get them on Emily Dana. I don't want to put too much emphasis on number 21 for Star Valley, but she is the whole team. I'll just say that. They got some good supporting cast, but Dana is fantastic. The senior leads this team in scoring, leads them in rebounding, leads them in blocks, she's everything on this team. Watch number 21, Emily Dana, but she also can be aggressive on defense. I've seen her pick up 3 fouls in about 2 minutes. I would drive, try to get Dana in foul trouble, get her off the court. That's one side benefit to drawing fouls. Also, you got to take care of the basketball. We just said how aggressive, how steal happy this Star Valley team is. They play good defense. As poor as they shoot, the defense is a whole nother story. They're very good on D. We'll come back, let the girls introduce themselves. We'll have starting lineups, and we're ready to tap this thing just about 2 minutes away from start time. Girls, boys, back-to-back right here in Jackson as an age-old rivalry is renewed. Bronx Braves. We'll do more of the pregame show right after these in the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming's roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Visit wyoroad.info, download YDOT's 511 app, or call 511 for current conditions. Buckle up every trip, every time, and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive, not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by YDOT.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senko, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Gromont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
Ari Fowler, sophomore. Ashlyn Chamberlain, junior. Ola Fermanac, sophomore. Hayden Blog, junior.
Maria Garcia, senior.
Zoe Bosch, junior.
Allison Birchup, senior.
Lucy Webb, senior. Mads Holland, senior. Shiloh Nala, senior. Trinity Green, junior. Kat Ankeny, senior. Farley Rommel, junior.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
Yeah, there's your Jackson Lady Bronx, just about ready to start this one. Looks like Mads Holland's going to sing the national anthem. We got to make sure we get that, of course. And I somebody help me, but I don't see one of my favorite players, Olive Firmanek, down there. And it might have been something I said. I saw her at the hockey game last weekend.
You did.
And I said, Olive, you got to stop following people. She just gave me a look, and now she's not down there on the bench.
Uh-oh. I'll blame it on you.
Okay. We'll take you courtside. Get ready to start this one. National anthem, Mads Holland, who you're also going to see wearing the number 25, is ready to sing the national anthem. She's pretty good at this.
Bronx, led by head coach and assisted by and for this time, everyone please rise and wave your caps as we honor this community, our servicemen and women, and our great nation with the singing of the national anthem by Jackson Bronx basketball player Mads Holland.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah, ready to get it going here in Jackson. As we'll get the starting lineups to you, I'll handle our visiting Scarlet, our Crimson Cathedral kids. Starting lineup for Star Valley. Both these teams are going to play a lot of players. They go deep in the bench. Ambry Nelson, the junior, 5'4", averaging 7.5 a game. Tori White gets the start. She's good from 3. Watch out, the 5'9" senior. She can hit the triple. Cambry Johnson, senior, 5'7", averaging 4.5 a night. And Emily Dana, watch out for this one, the senior, leading this team in a lot of categories. And finally, Ruby Hill, tough inside presence, the junior. How about our Jackson Bronx?
Now we got our Jackson Bronx starters. We got Ari Fowler, known for her three-point shooting. I think she leads the team in scoring with 6 points per game for Jackson. Now we got Jack Strickland, the freshman, starting at center.
I love it.
Now we got Allison Burcham. I don't know why my mind went blank for a second. Allison Burcham, known for a three-point shooting. She's good at faking and driving. Then we got Mads Holland, playing power forward, leads the Jackson Bronx in rebounding. And then we got Trinity Green starting at the forward position. She's also a great rebounder, averaging 4 rebounds a game. So Jackson, good rebounding team. You know, they're going to have to get these rebounds, especially tonight against Star Valley.
Seeing good rebounders out there for Jackson, for sure. I don't see a ball handler. I'm nervous about that with no Lucy Webb, but Ari Fowler is pretty secure with the ball. As Star Valley wins the tap, and they're moving right to left on the YouTube screen. It'll be Cambry Johnson with it now. Burcham on her. Now in the corner, far-sided Dana. Emily Dana, looking top of the key. That gets away and thrown right to Fowler. Steal. Jackson causing a turnover early. Trinity Green with a drive. Shot no good. Scramble for the rebound. It's going to be Jack Strickland saving it to Ari Fowler. A good job of the freshman. Long three from Bertram. That's off the front of the rim. Out of bounds. Jackson ball. I like the way the Bronx are starting.
Yep, you could just tell from the look in their eyes they want it more so far.
So far they do. There's Trinity inbounds to Mads Holland. Mads looking to get it to Ari. It's not there, though, and she wisely just waited and then gets it to Strickland. Jax over to Fowler. Baseline drive. Bumps hard there with Cambry Johnson. Now kicked out to Green to Holland. Mads going to drive that far side. Her shot no good. Gets her own rebound, though. And now out of bounds with the reach-in foul. No, jump ball. Okay, that was very quick jump ball right there.
I would have called a foul on
We're
Star Valley, but okay.
1 minute in here in the opening period. No score. Mads Holland. Bounce pass. That's off. Oh, I thought it was off Trinity, but they're going to say that one off of Ambry Johnson. And Ambry's like, I didn't feel it.
That's makeup for not calling that foul.
Trinity Green inbounds to Ari, and that was a nice play, but Ari couldn't handle it. It wasn't a bad pass, and she was open. She just muffed it. And now Star Valley coming the other way, up and in. It's Cambry Johnson with the foul and the bucket. Now, good things at one end, Mac, and then just like that, Star Valley cashes in on the other end.
Well, that's what Star Valley does best. They take any advantage they can to try and score, and they like drawing their and ones as well.
Senior puts it up and in. Johnson, 48% free throw shooter, is good there. It's 3-0 Braves. They're showing a little pressure here. Ari Fowler taking her time, but time running out now, and she gets across the line with a nice hip check from Mads Holland. Jax Strickland with it. Pulls up her dribble to Ari Fowler. Fowler working it near block. Underneath the Trinity Green. And again, Green was open, but the pass didn't connect. Not a perfect pass, but not a bad pass. You got to catch those.
Yeah, and Jackson does a great job of cutting. They just got to make it happen and let it happen and then get that easy layup.
Oh, Dana, you cannot leave her that alone. Her shot no good. Fight for the rebound. And a whistle, what was that?
It didn't hit the rim or went up on the top thing.
Okay, yeah, it might have hit the cable. Yeah.
Something. It hit something.
Emily Dana was wide open, but she missed a shot. Now a takeaway, and that's Dana again. Star Valley with it, pushes it up to Ruby Hill. Ruby Hill over to Tori White. Dana. Dana's pass out of bounds. She was kind of looking for Ambry Nelson, I think. But right over her head, airmailed it.
Yes, and so far both teams not scoring a lot, which is kind of what you expect. Jackson averaging 26 and Star Valley averaging 35 a game, respectively.
A little bit kind of nerves. Fowler with a long three right down the barrel, and it rattles in and out. Rebound to Ruby Hill. Averages 3 boards a game, and Jackson's still looking for the first points. There's a drive by Cambry Johnson. Now the kick out. It's Ambry Nelson. Far side, Dana. The dangerous one inside to Ruby Hill. She gets double teamed. Nice defense there. Mads Holland and Jack Strickland, both of them tough inside. Just wouldn't let anything happen.
Well, that was a great job not fouling. Jack Strickland keeping her hands straight up.
Yeah. Ruby Hill with it now. Hands off to Ambry Johnson. Ambry, far side. Cambry Johnson now. Ambry and Cambry, the Johnsons. That ball out of bounds into the scorer's table off of a Bronx last, so it'll be Star Valley ball. Substitutions. Mikkel Hatterley is in for Tori White. Coming off is Cambry Johnson as well, and we get our look at Avery Engel. Bertram with a nice steal for Jackson. She's going 1-on-2. Can she get it? No, she walked. Yeah. Tough. Shot almost went in. Good steal by Allison Bertram.
And sometimes that happens on the fast break. The ball gets too far forward ahead of you, and then so you have to take extra steps to gain control.
You got to run to catch up to it, yeah. Emily Dana now gets it to Nelson. Ambry pulls up. Dana with it. Dana back to Nelson. Nelson far side. Around the perimeter. Oh, big bump inside. That's Trinity Green, who's going to get the block as she reached in on Emily Dana and was physical there. Second Jackson foul of the game. First on Trinity. Bounce pass inside. Dana. Good. Oh, that might have been, Ruby Hill. Jackson's been victimized by that inbounds pass. Mads Holland. Is that Holland? Or
that was Strickland with the putback, board in the bucket.
Good job, Jack Strickland, to make it 5-2. Strickland got good height. She's 5'10". She can live in there with the bigs. Here's Dana with the baseline drive. Kicked out to Avery England. And her shot no good, but she does get fouled on the trip to the rim. Jack Strickland now with 2, and we'll see Maggie Holland come in for her, I would guess, as England goes to the line. She gets that. England a 3 for 8 at the line coming into this game. Make it 4 for 9 now. She eyes the second one, no good. Rebound though, Star Valley. That's last off the Crimson, off the hands of Ambry Nelson. Jackson ball, they're down 4 here in the early going, halfway through the first. It's 6-2 Star Valley. Trinity Green into Ari Fowler. Fowler being watched by England. Ari calmly over the line. She dribbles with both hands pretty equally. Oh, her pass for Mads Holland intercepted by Emily Dana. And I don't know what Ari saw there. That went right to Dana. Here's Star Valley with it now. Mikkel Hatterley out to Ambry Nelson. Top of the key, little 10-foot pop shot. No good. Rebound, Burcham. Gets it to Fowler. Here comes Jackson on the fast break with 4 minutes left. Ari's going to slow things down, work it into Maggie Holland. Her shot no good. Rebound, that's off the hands of Ambry Nelson. I thought they're going to say Jackson. No, the Star Valley ball.
Okay.
Well, I like the shot by Maggie Holland.
I like the shot.
Just a little more arc, and it floats right into the net.
I love it. She just turned around. It was a post move. Jackson needs more of that, way more of that. Nice turnaround, little shot. Just didn't go. Dana, nice baseline pass there to Cambridge Johnson. That was a sneaky little pass, but she gets tied up. Now it's out of bounds. And Cambridge got up and said, nice pass, Emily, but sorry I messed it up. Jackson ball. Burcham on the far side, watched by England. Allison, top of the key, pulls up her dribble. Needs help. Now gets it from Fowler. Ari working this near side right in front of the Star Valley bench. Fowler to Mads Holland. Mads drives right block. Kick out to Maggie. Maggie Holland to Burcham. Burcham pump fake. She invented that, Mac. And a nice screen by Burcham to free up Ari Fowler, who just couldn't decide whether to pass or shoot, and she did neither. She just threw it out of bounds, I think.
Well, it was a good idea. Once again, it's just one of these times it's going to punch through, and Jackson will get a nice, easy layup inside.
Yeah, 3:10 to go in the first. Star Valley up 6-2, low-scoring affair. Dana pulls up the dribble, gets it to Ambry Nelson. Ambry, far side to Avery England. Now inside.
Oh, nice.
And a nice block there as Hatterley got blocked. Ari Fowler just about leaves the arena, trying to save that.
Do that again, Maggie.
6-2 Star Valley, their ball still. Ambry Nelson inbounds, gets it back from England. Far side to Cambridge Johnson. Cambridge working on Burcham, just blows right by her. Baseline picked up by Maggie Holland, and good defense caused the travel.
Well, Jackson's done a great job of help defense. As there was a drive-by, like Jackson was able to transition and communicate and get that stop.
Big time help from Holland, Maggie. Here's Ari Fowler with the top of the key three, no good. Good rebound by Tori White as that failed to draw iron. That's difficult to rebound those, but Tori got it. And it's Star Valley ball now. Corner three there, good. And that's Cambridge Johnson with the triple. And it's 9-2 Star Valley. Out of bounds off of the Braves. Jackson ball. Trinity Green will inbounds right in front of the black hole. Jackson down 7 now. Just the one basket to show for their efforts. Here's Ari Fowler trying with her free hand, pushing Cambridge Johnson. There's a drive in the lane. And a lot of contact, and they're going to call that one on Star Valley. It looks like Tori White, the 5'9 senior, I think. No, Mikkel Hatterley. Am I always wrong on who I think fouled?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Fowler is good with the first of 2. 2:14, clock stopped in the first. Jackson down 6. Certainly not insurmountable, as neither of these teams likely to really light it up and run away from each other. Star Valley with it now. Embry Nelson gets it to Cambry Johnson. Now back to Nelson. Around the perimeter. Now they work it inside. The kick out. That was a bad pass. Right into the feet of Embry Nelson, and nothing she could do with that.
Well, so far, Jackson doing a great job defensively, only limiting Star Valley to 9. Jackson's just got to attack and drive like what Ari did, drawing those free throws.
Yeah.
It's free points. I love your thought there.
We said it in the pregame. Draw fouls, go to the rim. Good things happen. Here's Harley Rommel in the game now for Star Valley. And she gets it to Mads Holland. Mads with Tori White on her. Hands off to Rommel. She'll let fly with a 3. Good. And it's 9-7. Jackson within 2. 1:35 to go. Bounce pass near side to Hatterley. Cross court to Avery England. Now a scramble for the ball. Mads Holland has it along with England, and that's a jump ball. Emily Dana checks back in for Star Valley, as does Cambry Johnson. We'll see both these teams use a lot of bench. Coach Cade Erickson likes to run up and down the bench. Star Valley baseline 3, Dana, and boy, she's good. She was 2 wide open, 12-7. Dana's deadly. If you stop one player on Star Valley, it's got to be 21. Trinity Green, kick out. Mads Holland, pump fake. Now gets it to Ari Fowler. Fowler working on Cambry Johnson. Now Harley Rommel, fresh off the 3. Can't hit that one, though. And the rebound goes to Embry Nelson of Star Valley. 60 seconds to go in the first. Here's Dana on Fowler. Now hands off to Cambry Johnson. She drives the lane. Pop shot, 10-footer, no good. Harley Rommel with the rebound to Ari Fowler. They got numbers. Oh, she wanted Trinity Green, but it was stolen by Embry Nelson. Good idea. Trinity had a step on Nelson, but the pass wasn't out far enough. A little underthrown.
Well, Star Valley's got long arms and quick hands, and that will happen. Star Valley's a very good defensive team.
With nothing but arms and hands, yes. This is a description of all their players. That's how they play D. Dana, nice tip by Rommel, but it went to Dana anyway. She's got it now. Emily working on Rommel. Now bounce pass, works it outside to Embry Nelson, down to 22 seconds in the first. Nelson with Green on her, blows right by her and drives the lane. Her little layup, though, is no good. And then a fight for the rebound and a foul on Star Valley.
Yes, it appears a rebound foul.
So I want to say, we had 2 Bronx get that ball together, so they can't follow each other, can they?
The foul's on Ruby Hill of Star Valley. Kat Ankeny checks in for Trinity Green. Down to 16 seconds. Inbounds to Harley Rommel. Rommel working far side. Plenty of time, 10 seconds. Rommel to Maggie Holland. Holland drives baseline. Now she's going to try a shot. Too strong. Rebound Star Valley. Time running out. You got to heave one right here, right now. They do. And it's going to be short. So the first quarter ends with a score. Star Valley 12, Jackson 7. We'll be right back with the second quarter on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
One good play can improve a team's chance of winning the game. And when executed properly over and over again, that play can take a team far. One good decision when you get behind the wheel can do the same. Approximately half of the people who lose their lives on Wyoming roads each year were not wearing a seatbelt. Stay in the game, Wyoming. Buckle up every time you get in your vehicle. It's a winning play. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
And we're back courtside. It should be You heard that maybe our audio. No, I got audio. Everybody got audio? I think we got audio. Take a look down there at the my bench cam. Remind me to turn it off.
Okay.
First quarter, hey, that's not bad. 12-7. You're down 5. You're right there in it. Not bad first quarter.
Well, I like the ways that Jackson was scoring. They were getting inside looks. They had free throws. They also had a 3 from Harley Rommel. They're scoring in a variety of ways, and that's what Jackson needs to do more of so they can start getting those wins.
You know, they're playing basketball, Mac, is what I notice more and more. I recognize a basketball team here, and that's what I'm excited about.
I just have fun watching them.
Yeah, Trinity Green. We'll start the second. Rommel didn't know she was in the lineup. She comes out on the floor. It's Green, Rommel, both the Hollands and Fowler for Jackson. Here's Harley with it now. Harley to Ari Fowler. Fowler works it to Green, to Holland, back to Green, back to Mads Holland. Now out to the other Holland, Maggie. Maggie tried to find her sister, and he had that ball knocked away. Now that is the third time I've seen a pass attempted to Mads Holland. Fowler did it twice, and sister Maggie did it, and I think there's too much passing to Mads. I think Mads is, she's the senior, and she makes everybody feel calm, and you feel like when the ball's in her hand, everything's okay as Rommel launches and misses and a foul. But there seems to be this effort to force the ball to Mads Holland when she's not open.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And Star Valley's just swarming her. 3-4 players that time. I mean, they are in the zone, which is expected, but it's tough to get it in the middle.
Jackson ball. Fowler will inbounds. Looking around, gets it to Harley Rommel. Nice head fake. Fowler looked one way and passed it inbounds the other. Her basketball IQ is really good, but that's out of bounds. Good defense by Star Valley. They force the turnover, and it's Braves ball here. Just underway in the second quarter. Nobody scored in this one yet. And it's Star Valley ball. Cambridge Johnson. Now we got Morgan McGee in the lineup. She has the ball now for the first time. Cross-court pass to Dana. Look out. Ooh. And she's just misses the 3. Rebound put back is no good either by Livy Kleeman. Olivia Kleeman in the game now. I think that, that might have been, Morgan McGee. And a tie-up. Which way's the arrow now? It'll be Star Valley. It was Mikkel Hatterley and Ari Fowler who tied up there. Star Valley ball, bringing it across the line is Morgan McGee, the sophomore. Dana works it inside. And knocked away. Maggie Holly got a hand on that. Here's a wide open break for for Trinity Green. Her shot is short, but that's because she got hit from behind. So Green will go to the line. And a good steal and a good fast break there.
And they drew the foul.
Yes, Cambridge Johnson is the guilty party, the senior. It'll send Green to the line. Trinity has not done a lot of work at the stripe. 2 for 6 on the year. Make it 2 for 7.
Nelson into the lineup for Star Valley.
Ruby Hill takes a little bit of a break for Star Valley, with Ambry Nelson back in the game for her. The second one from Green is no good, and Dana with the rebound. Gets it up ahead to Morgan McGee. McGee pushing the pace. In the corner here to Mikkel Hatterley, and now up and in Cambridge Johnson.
Oh, that was a good strong move going over Trinity Green, who was playing good defense straight up, but just a good offensive move.
Mads Holland with it now for Jackson. She wants some movement underneath. Got it from her sister, but didn't give it to her. There's Maggie Holland to Harley Rommel. Back to Maggie. Thought about a 3. Now she'll take a little walk on that left block. Puts it up and in, but she either walked or got fouled, and it's going to be a foul. That's good. That's going to be on Emily Dana, and that's her second. And she's the one I said, if you can get her to commit fouls, you do yourself a favor getting her off the floor, and off she comes. She's going to sit. And the Star Valley crowd here gives her a bit of a hand, but 2 fouls on Dana. Keep an eye on that. Mads Holland trying to get it to Trinity Green. Over to Ari Fowler on the far side. Fowler to the top of the key. Now spin move in the lane, and her shot no good, but she draws a foul. You got to do this, Mac. They're doing it.
Yes, and Star Valley has committed 4 fouls in the first 2 minutes and 19 seconds of this quarter, and Jackson knows the strategy. They got to win by shooting free throws, and they just got to start converting them.
Tori White's going to come in for, I would imagine, Mikkel Hatterley, who now has 2 fouls. This doesn't pay off if you don't convert here. Fowler with a rare miss from the line. But yes, Star Valley very aggressive defensively. They will foul. And if you got the ref crew that kind of blows the whistle a lot, well, we'll love that too. 14-8. Fowler converts. 5:35 to go in the half. Oh, and stepping out of bounds is Morgan McGee, or no? Oh, they're going to say she was pushed.
Yes, Harley Rommel, the guilty party on that foul.
It's going to be Jacqueline Strickland coming in for Mads Holland. Jackson stays big, but they lose a lot of experience. The freshman in for the senior. Star Valley with it now. 5.5 left in the half. It's Ambry Nelson working it to Cambry Johnson. Now back to Cambry Johnson. Her shot no good. Harley Rommel with the rebound. She's got Trinity out there, but it's never going to get there. Stolen away by Morgan McKee. Star Valley. And now stolen back by Jack Strickland. Good job by Jackson. Hey, what's good for the Goose is good for Jackson. Nice play underneath. And it's Trinity Green who converts. Good pass. Who was that, Harley?
That was Rommel to Green, and Green with a strong left-handed finish.
Yes. Good look by Rommel, who saw Green underneath, and Trinity finished with the left hand. And now we get a whistle on Jackson.
Maggie Holland.
It's going to be Maggie Holland, her second, I think.
No, her first.
Her first, all right.
She's good.
Star Valley will inbounds underneath their own basket, all the way out here to Ambry Nelson. Now to Morgan McGee. McGee far side, Cambry Johnson. Johnson to McGee. Nelson with it now. Nelson on Fowler. Pulls up the dribble all the way cross court to Cambry Johnson. To Nelson. Nelson, Fowler on her very close. Finds an open McGee. McGee works it inside. That's going to be Livy Cleveland. Her shot no good. And Jackson with a rebound. And timeout. No, jump ball. What happened?
It's a jump ball on the rebound. It looked like Ari Fowler got fouled, but it will be Jackson's way as they gain the arrow, so Star Valley will get the next jump ball.
Boy, these are quick jump ball whistles. Yeah. I'd rather see these girls wrestle a little bit.
Maybe they're afraid of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, they know these two teams, and if they get to fighting,
We don't want it to get too physical.
There's
here.
McGee to Nelson. Nelson drives the lane. She picks up a quadruple team. And she had to have picked up that pivot foot. Mac was looking for the travel, so was I. She was swarmed.
Yeah, they called a foul against Maggie there.
Yep, and that's one of those plays that could go either way. It was a foul. It was also a travel. In this case, they called the foul.
Emily Dana back in for Star Valley with the 2 fouls. She replaces Morgan McGee, the sophomore. Dana will inbounds here. Looking, nobody open. She's like, somebody help me. Now floats one to Tori White. White settles things down to Nelson. Nelson near side of the elbow to Dana. Dana drives baseline up and in, and she's smooth. Emily Dana. She doesn't need much daylight. And now a steal away. Nelson to Dana out of bounds.
Nice.
Nelson to Ruby Hill, rather. It's out of bounds off Star Valley. Off Jackson. Star Valley will keep
Maggie
it.
got a piece of that trying to block it, hitting it away.
6-point Braves lead halfway through the second here. Nelson dribbling on Jax. Kicks it out to Tori White. Now back to Nelson. Ambry Nelson, the junior. Bounce pass. Nelson, top of the key. Near side. Dana. Back to Nelson. Very patient here, Star Valley. Good defense. Long 3 is no good from Tori White. Rebound pulled down by Jack Strickland. Strickland in trouble, though. She's got Maggie Holland. She cannot see her. Now Trinity Green, and she coughs it up, and a timeout. Who had possession there? I don't know, but they're going to give it to Jackson. Good job by Coach Bingham to save that mess.
Yeah, and I could tell the Star Valley parents were not happy that Jackson technically didn't have the possession, But I think Bingham was calling timeout while they had possession of the ball, so that was just the lag, you could say. And that's why it was a couple seconds after. But smart timeout call. Jackson, they're getting it down a little bit, but they just got to get a score here in a couple next possessions, maybe get back into it. Still a very good game so far.
Yeah, I know a 10-point offensive output so far for Jackson is not the most glorious number, but they're every bit right in this with a pretty good team, Star Valley. 16-10. 3:33 to go in the second. It's Jackson's ball. I mean, a 3 here would cut this lead in half. I wouldn't mind that. 6-point lead. Jackson with the ball. What's wrong?
You haven't changed the camera.
Oh, thank you. I'll ask people if they don't hear our audio to please tell us, but if they don't hear our audio, they don't hear me saying that. I think we're fine. There's Strickland to Maggie Holland. That ball's going to dribble out of bounds, but stay with Jackson. I think Dana got a piece of it before it went out. More substitutions. Cambry Johnson in the game for Star Valley as Coach Erickson just works right up and down that bench. He plays a lot, so does Bingham. Here's Fowler now for Jackson. Ari Fowler drives right block. Shot up and in. No call for the foul as Fowler hit the deck hard, but that mid-range layup worked for Ari. Good shot, kissing the glass. Here's Dana. She drives baseline. Maggie Holland picks her up, and that was enough to cause the miss. But the rebound by Tori White, her putback, she was fouled.
It's Maggie's third.
Maggie did a good job to come over and challenge Emily Dana, but then she turned around and committed a foul on the rebound right behind her, Tori White. White to the line. And off the back of the arrow, no good. Holland playing with 3 fouls. Well, she's not playing anymore. She comes out, sister taps in. Mads is in. White to the line. Still 16-12 with under 3 to go here in the half. Tori White, 67% free throw shooter, is best on the team, and she's got that one. 5-point lead, Star Valley. Ari Fowler picks up a double-team trap and throws it away to Dana. Emily Dana with it now, and that's a palm ball, I think. Yeah, Carey.
Yes, it was. And interesting, the officials missed the over and back that Ari had, and she was over the half-court line and got it back, but Star Valley got the steal there.
Fowler to Jack Strickland, now to Harley Rommel, back to Trinity Green to Rommel. Rommel lets fly, far side, too short off the iron. Rebound, Mads Holland with a hard bump against Ambry Johnson. Johnson came down with it, had it, but Mads collided with her and jarred it loose like a safety arriving at the pass a little late. And just too physical. That's the first Mads, though. That's good news.
Well, this has been a very physical game. Star Valley already in the bonus, and Jackson not far behind. Star Valley's committed 4 fouls in the quarter.
Ambry Nelson, pretty good free throw shooter at 64%, but she misses that. Ambry averages 7.5 a game. The 5'4 junior, she's also real smooth point guard. And she's got that one. She kind of quarterbacks that half-court offense. She makes it 18-12 now. Rommel up ahead to Mads Holland. Mads, double-team trap, needs help. Can't find any, and bounce past to Strickland. She traveled. Picked up that pivot foot. Yeah, Mads was in a whole bunch of trouble. Star Valley ball, 2:20 to go in the half. It's Nelson. Brings the ball over the line. Trinity Green watching her. Nelson cross court, wide open pass to Tori White. Her baseline drive shot down by Mads Holland. Now out to Cambry Johnson, top of the key to Ruby Hill. Hill gives it to Nelson. Nelson drives, little pop shot. Oh, that was pretty. Wow. A little floater in the lane, and Nelson with the last 3 points for the Braves. Jackson ball now, 20-12 they trail. Ari Fowler with it with 1:45 to go in the half. Mads Holland. Mads looking for Fowler. Fowler being guarded closely by Cambry Johnson. And a travel. Oh, turnover smack.
Turnovers have been critical. At least In this case, Jackson's getting dead ball turnovers and not live ball turnovers, causing Star Valley to try and get fast break points.
Ambry Nelson with it. Green watching her. And now Green picks up Cambry Johnson. Cambry to Nelson. Nelson gets a screen from Johnson. Now goes far side to Dana. Emily can't find anything. Mads Holland is on her like a wasp. Now kick out, long three, Cambry Johnson. That's off the mark, but the rebound on the back end is Ambry Nelson. Boy, Nelson's been all over the floor in this first half for Star Valley. Trouble for Ruby Hill. Now she gets it to Tori White. Her shot no good. Scramble for the rebound. Referees let them play. That got rough. And Trinity Green comes up with it. Under a minute to go in the half. It's Harley Rommel on that far side. Harley, patient, looks things over. What are you going to do? Works it to Mads Holland. Holland hands off to Rommel. Rommel for an open faller. Baseline drive, good.
Nice.
And that's the second time Rommel has found a beautiful pass. The first time to Green, this time to Ari.
Yep, and a great finish by Ari, going off of 2 feet and scoring easily.
Nelson with it, Star Valley. Now to Ruby Hill. Hill near side to Tori White. She tries to work it in the paint. And good defense there by Mads Holland. Knocks it out of bounds, but it'll be Star Valley ball. Burcham checks in for Fowler to give her a break here with 17 seconds left in the half. Dana inbounds to Nelson. Top of the key, now around the perimeter. Playing for a last shot. No, letting fly is Emily Dana. That's too short. Rebound Green. She went up strong. Time running out, Trinity. Got 5 seconds and a travel.
Wow.
Did you see, did she walk back?
It did appear to be a travel, and Jackson now struggling with 3 or 4 travel calls in this quarter alone.
Like last couple of minutes, too.
What the heck? 6-point game here. Star Valley with the ball, 6 seconds left. That's over the head and off the hands of Cambry Johnson. And a miscue for the Braves. Both these teams kind of getting sloppy. Playing last shot. Harley Rommel to Kat Ankeny. Ankeny lets go with 2 seconds off the front of the iron. Just short, Kat Ankeny. That looked good all the way until it didn't go in. All right. So that's the half. Star Valley 20, Jackson 14. We'll be right back with a halftime show on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
It's halftime here at Jackson. Both boys teams out doing their warm-ups while the girls in the locker room running over strategy. One thing I'd like to see these girls work on in practice all next week is, if I was Coach Bigum, I would make them pass to each other from 5 feet away, 8 feet away, 10 feet away. Pass hard, pass soft, pass bad on purpose. They have to pass. The passer has to be better with the pass, and the pass receiver has got to be better at catching it. Simple stuff. But too many passes. When you work so hard, Mac, to get open, you make a backdoor cut and you're open, and then the pass is a little off, and you don't catch it either, and it's just such wasted effort. Passing and catching passes. I would work on that all week.
Yes, it could be certainly frustrating turnovers when you have the look and the opportunity to score, and you think, what if? And that's something you'll work on practice, but that's something you also got to think for the second half. We will make those convert in the second half. And then once those start going and those passes start getting through, you just got to believe and have confidence in those passes and confidence in catching those balls and being able to score off of them. But yes, Jake, you're absolutely right. That is something they have to work on in practice. And another thing they also have to work on is not picking up the ball and walking with the ball. Travels was a big problem in the second quarter, because you look at that pass and you're thinking the pass is going to be there, but the travel happens because then you realize the defense is in the way.
Yeah.
And credit the Star Valley defense has been stifling this game. Jackson only having 14 points in the first half, and both defenses have been great. Jackson not really allowing Star Valley any inside looks at all.
Yeah.
And so this is a great defensive game. If you love defense, this is the game to watch.
Yeah. I think we knew coming in, the scorekeeper was not going to wear his fingers out pressing the score. There's not a lot. Neither team shoots great. They both play defense, though, and we're seeing that. And glass half full, if you're Jackson, you're only down 6 at the half. You're every bit in this against a pretty good team. Glass half empty, Star Valley does this to everybody. They don't look spectacular, and they keep, like an anaconda, they keep squeezing and squeezing. A 3-point lead after one quarter becomes a 6-point lead, becomes a 10-point lead, and by the time the game's over, you've lost by 15. You're like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
What has Jackson got to do? What have you liked so far on what Jackson has done well? Who do you like on the floor? What have they done right?
I've really liked their inside looks and their aggressiveness to draw fouls. A big part of why Jackson does have 14 points and they're really in this game is because almost all the looks within under 5 feet, that it's got to be a high percentage. It's got to be at least in the high 60%.
Yeah.
But the overall field goal percentage is probably lower to the 20s or 30s because the jump shots and the 3-point field goals aren't falling yet. There's been one 3-point field goal make for Jackson, but I think Jackson's just got to keep pounding it inside and getting those easy layups. You saw Jack Strickland get an early layup with the putback. You saw Ari Fowler get a good look inside. Jackson's just got to get looks inside and make their free throws. I think they're 2 or 3 for 7 or 8. Not the best percentage. You want to be at least above 50% if you want to make damage with free throws, and Jackson is doing a good job getting to the line. They just got to start finishing free throws.
I don't know if it's they heard our pregame and our keys to the game saying go to the rim to get fouls, or I don't know if it's just the lack of anybody who can do any perimeter shooting. You're without Zoe Bosch for the rest of the year. We have not seen Lucy Webb, who is another one of your guards. You've had to play inside game because those are your players. Maggie Holland at 5'10", Jack Strickland at 5'9". So an inside game is by default. You really don't have any outside shooters outside of maybe Burcham and Fowler. So, yeah, I like playing this game in the paint. Why not? At the worst, you'll get fouls, and you'll go to the line with a clock stop. At the best, that's a better percentage, higher percentage shot, like you say, Mac. Give me a 5-footer layup all day long.
Yes, I just think Jackson, that's the game strategy if they want to come back. Maybe not shoot the 3 unless you're open. I do like that they are shooting 3s, and they're getting good looks from the 3. They're just not falling, and that's something hard and something you could always work on. Jackson, I'm sure, will improve more and more as the season progresses, as it comes towards the end in March. And over the summer, shooting, and just all the time getting so many shots up, because shooting is all about practice, repetition, and muscle memory.
One thing I like the Lady Bronx have done, and they've done it all year, and aside from forcing the ball to Mads Holland tonight, they've not forced a certain kind of offense. They don't adhere to, this is the kind of team we are. We're a 3-shooter. We're inside. Every trip down the court is new for the Bronx, and they identify what's there in the half-court offense this time down. They do really good at being you said this, a variety of offensive looks. They're very creative. They look to see who's open. They don't have necessarily a template or a game plan in mind in that half-court set. They wait to see what's there, and they're doing good at that.
Yes, I really like their play style because they play as a team. There's no, leading scorer like Cassie Barker for Evanston. You don't have anyone scoring double digits. You might have Ari Fowler, who is averaging 7 points a game, but that is the leading scorer on the team. There's a lot more balance for the Jackson Bronx, which I love. I love teams with good balance.
Yeah.
That's just good for the future, good for experience. If everyone could score and everyone could chip in and tack together for the win and for the offense, that's good basketball, and that means a win is inevitable in the future.
I don't know where the junior guard for Star Valley has been, Cameron Mackey. We haven't seen her at all. But Ambry Nelson, the other guard, has been all over the court. Man, oh man. Her and we knew Emily Dana would be trouble. Those two have been the Star Valley team. They have a good cast of sporting characters. Hatterley, White, England, Hill, McGee. But those two, Nelson and Dana, are trouble. Both teams back out on the floor, Star Valley and Jackson. And we're about a minute away from getting the second half started. The score at the half, Star Valley 20, Jackson 14. One more break and we'll be back to the action. It's Jackson Hole Bronx basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Yeah, we are back to the game. We're going to switch sides. Star Valley now moving left to right in their road colors, crimson and gold. Jackson will be moving right to left on your YouTube screen in their home whites trimmed in black and orange. 19 and a half seconds on the clock for a mysterious there we go. And we're ready to go. Star Valley will inbounds. And we'll get the second half underway. Braves lead this one by 7 in a slow-scoring, low-scoring affair. Here's Nelson. Trinity Green's been on her for most of the night. There's Dana. That's too wide open for her, but they get lucky. She misses. But the rebound is Nelson. Boy, wherever the ball is, that's where Nelson is. Stolen away. Pass intended for Cambry Johnson. Stolen by Trinity Green. Three-point shot by Ari Fowler. No good, out of bounds. She had a look, though. I don't mind the shot. That was it.
Well, I also like how Trinity Green slowed it down, made sure everyone got back, slowed down the offense, and got a good set shot.
Ambry Nelson, who's had to do all the ball handling chores without her cohort in the backcourt, Cameron Mackey, who I do not see on the bench either. Far side, Ruby Hill, top of the key to Nelson. Around the horn they go. Tori White to Emily Dana, now to Nelson. Nelson gets it to Cambry Johnson, to White, Tori. Far side, Nelson. Nelson going to drive. She'll put a shot up, and she's fouled pretty hard by Ari Fowler, and no doubter there. Fowler has the funniest. I love it. Look at the faces of people after a foul. Sometimes it's, yeah, I know I did it. Sometimes it's like, what? Sometimes you try the sell job on the Zebras. Ari, I don't even know what that face was. She's like, yeah. That's only the first on Fowler. Meanwhile, Nelson misses that. She's the second best free throw shooter on the team and missed the first. Her second. She didn't get that either, but the rebound, Star Valley. It's Ruby Hill. Out of bounds off of Hill. It'll be Jackson ball. Ruby Hill, good rebounder, leads the team in blocks, does the 5'9 junior. That's knocked out of bounds by Cambry Johnson. It'll be Jackson ball. A little bit of pressure here. We'll see how Jackson handles it. Kat Ankeny looking to inbounds. And again, they want Mads Holland so bad. Stepping into that pass was Emily Dana, and Fowler has to commit the foul just to try to save that. That's another pass intended for Mads Holland. I don't know if Star Valley knows that Mads is the go-to person or the Jackson players are just too much trying to get it to the senior.
Well, here's an interesting note, is Star Valley did the same thing in the JV boys game. They pressured right away in the third quarter, and Star Valley obviously wants to make a statement and try and grow their lead, and that's where you're seeing this pressure.
In beginnings of quarters, is that a good time to ramp up the energy and your opponent's maybe not ready for it?
I think so, yes.
Football scored 21-14. Another pass to Mads Holland does not get there. And that ball foul there on Burcham as she reached in on Tori White. Fouls are racking up. It's been a physical game, as Mac pointed out. Dana inbounds to Nelson. Those two have done it all for Star Valley. Tori White gets it inside to Ruby Hill. Back out to Nelson, top of the key. Trinity Green watching her. Near side Dana, back to Nelson. Nelson to an open Cambry Johnson, back to Nelson. Nelson tries to drive on Burcham. Bounce pass inside to Dana. Spin move on Mads Holland, up and in. Dana with a nice, she changed hands. Mads wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, that was very clever. Star Valley definitely has good fundamental low post moves.
I don't know where Dana came from. She's a senior. She was not on the team last year. That ball's stolen away by Ruby Hill. Up and in. Ruby Hill sensed Mads Holland was there. Just a little hesitation. Now Nelson steals it and puts it up and in. And yeah, Olivia Bingham says we need a timeout here as it doesn't take long to melt down and watch that score get away from you. That was a horrific 60 seconds, Mac.
Yeah, Star Valley really taking advantage with those steals and getting Jackson a little bit too far sped up. And that's exactly what Star Valley wants. That's probably what they talked about over at the half. They're like, let's make a statement and grow this lead to 13. And they're probably thinking, let's grow this lead to 20, maybe 30. They're going to want to do that. But Jackson, good timeout. Get everyone composed. Not the best 2 minutes, but forget about it. Jackson's just got to forget about it and keep going on and moving forward.
2 minutes into the third quarter, turnovers we knew as always an issue, but especially against the Braves. They're just so good at stealing. They're so good at defense. If you're not really, and I'll say two more reallys, really careful with the ball, the Braves are going to take it from you. And boy, that was a quick little run. 27-14, just like that. As both teams back out on the floor after the timeout by Coach Bingham to hopefully settle things down. Jackson with the ball. Harley Rommel to Burcham. Three-quarter press here, and Fowler gets it to Strickland. Jacks over to Mads Holland. Mads being guarded by Mikkel Hatterley. Cross court. Rommel now to Ari Fowler. Fowler crisscrosses with Rommel. Top of the key. Gives it back to Harley. Harley to Mads Holland. She lets go. Baseline short. Shot goes out of bounds, and it looked like it was off of Emily Dana, but they say Jackson. It'll be Star Valley ball. Here come the Braves. 13-point lead, biggest of the night. Nelson. Bounce pass far side to Cambry Johnson. Johnson drives the lane and up and in. Cambry Johnson with a good strong move to the rim. 29-14. Harley Rommel to Mads Holland. Mads crossed the line. Picked up by Dana. Now back to Rommel. Let's fly. Three. Short. Kicked out to Burcham. Her shot. Good! Allison Burcham. And I don't know who it was who tipped it back out to Allison, but Burcham was ready to shoot.
Yep, and Burcham has a good mid-range shot. She likes that shot.
Yeah. Nelson with it now. Bounce pass far side. Cambry Johnson. Fowler on her. Dana floats one into the paint. That's Ruby Hill strong to the rack, but no good. But the rebound into the hands of Ambry Nelson. Nelson has done it all. There's a drive in the lane. Shot no good. Cambry Johnson. Rebound. Dana kick out to Mikkel Hatterley, who's good from three. Good ball movement there. And three looks at the basket. Jackson can't afford to do that. There's a block on Dana as it looked like Mads Holland kind of forced her way into her. That's what the Star Valley crowd thought anyway, but that's the third. Dana, they have 33 up there. I don't know why that is. There's no 33 unless Trinity Green, but she's not even on the floor.
Oh, and
there we go. Yeah, that's Dana, and that's her third. Here's Ari Fowler.
You got to give some credit. There's been some new people down there on that scoreboard.
Burcham, I'm holding them to the same standard I hold myself, which is pretty low. I'm terrible. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Tell me I have the right camera on. Oh, no.
No.
See?
I can't pay attention to everything.
Burcham with it now for Jackson to Fowler. Ari Fowler. Jackson down 32-16 as Star Valley has doubled up on the Bronx here real quick in the third. Fowler, Strickland, Jax being guarded by Ruby Hill. Lost the handle, out of bounds. And a Star Valley ball. They're going to say Jax just lost it. She's like, no.
No, that was not.
She thought it was off Hill.
Okay, let's go. Let's play hard, girls.
But it's Star Valley ball. Nelson up here to Hatterley, back to Nelson. Nelson drives, picks up a triple team. Her floater in the lane is no good. Out of bounds. Jackson.
Well, part of why Star Valley has taken such an enormous lead is because they're going and attacking the paint, and all their looks have been inside.
Yeah, they're creating. You know, it's called creating. They're going to the basket. Nelson has been the number one at doing that for Star Valley, but they're all doing it. They go to the basket, and they make something happen, Mac. And now a foul here, a reach in on, oh no, a charge on the Jackson Bronx. So Jackson not getting any of the calls. That's on Burcham, her first. 4 team fouls in the third on Jackson. Star Valley ball. Inside, Ruby Hill, kick out. That's McGee from 3, no good. Rebound, Star Valley. Now it goes into the hands of Strickland. Strong on the ball. I like that. Jax just took it and seized possession. Fowler from 3, no good. Rebound into the arms of Avery England. England brings it up now for Star Valley. To McGee, far side, 3 from Hatterley. Good! Mikkel Hatterley, the senior, drills the triple, and it's 35-16. Jackson ball, Fowler runs right into Mikkel Hatterley and fell down, and she might have twisted an ankle.
Yeah, that was a
And now a whistle.
No.
Yeah, she twisted an ankle. And boy, when you do that, you kind of have a sense of how bad it, and you know from previous experience, ankle things don't go away very quickly. And geez, I think Ari is fearing for the worst, but she's moving better on it. Ari doesn't want help from Burcham.
Well,
yeah,
that's like, I got this. I'm okay.
Maybe
I'm okay.
just a twist, yeah.
Well, one thing I noticed is how the Jackson Bronx teammates, all 5 of them, went to support Ari, and that was really special.
Into the game is Hayden Block for Jackson. Remember, she got that bad wing. We'll see how she does. It's a shoulder or an elbow or something.
Her elbow, yeah.
This block out to Harley Rommel. Rommel into Mads Holland. Mads Holland with the drive. Kick out. Block can't find the ball. That pass kind of handcuffed her. It's kind of mid-range, like it's not at the chest. It's not a bounce pass. It's kind of at your weight. It's a tough pass.
Yeah.
But again, you know, not every pass is perfect. You got to catch passes. That's part of it. Here's McGee, hot off that 3. McGee inside. Oh, quick pass, and Tori White was not ready for that pass. Mikkel Hatterley just a touch pass, quickly bounce pass to White, and she was not ready at all. That's out of bounds. Here's Trinity Green. Thought about the home run ball. She's a lefty, ready to launch it, but she didn't. Oh, big screen from Strickland, who almost put Nelson on the deck. Now Nelson with the steal. She gets it to Tori White, back to Nelson. Ambry Nelson has been really good. Baseline 3 there from Mikkel Hatterley, no good. Rebound, Star Valley into the arms of Avery Engel. Inside pass to Hatterley to White. Her shot no good, and Jack Strickland with a rebound. Minute 44 to go in the third. Trinity Green stolen away by Nelson. Nelson going to go in all alone. Green behind her, but it's up and in. Ambry Nelson leads this team in steals, and you see why. 37-16. She's opportunistic in any loose ball. Here's Mads Holland to Strickland. Jax pulls up at the free throw line over to Harley Rommel. Rommel gets a screen from Jax. She'll let it go. That three is too strong. Rebound to the arms of Avery England. She ties up with Hayden Block and the jump ball. Jackson will send Burcham and Holland back in to replace Trinity Green and Mads Holland. Crowd gives Mads a big hand. Jackson ball blocked to inbounds. Hayden bounce pass into Maggie Holland. That shot no good, but she was definitely hit by Tori White. Good job by Maggie to be ready to shoot. Put it right up to the line. Maggie Holland on the year 20. No, she hasn't shot that many. Maggie's
Maggie.
3 for 6, make it 4 for 7 on the year. Good job, Maggie. Jackson down 20, though, with 72 seconds to play in the third. Second from Maggie Holland. Deep knee bend. Lets it go. Good. She was over the line. She's got that unorthodox delivery, and she stepped over the line before it went. That would have been good, though. Star Valley ball. They're up 20. Oh, right inside to Mikkel Hatterley, who's having herself quietly a bit of a game. 39-17. Bounce pass Burcham. Full court pressure here from Star Valley. Now they'll back off. Harley Rommel. Star Valley just trying to cause a turnover on the inbounds. Jackson's been shaky with that. Harley dribbling now on McGee. Gets it to Hayden Block. Hayden. And what is that?
Ooh, Harley did something.
Is that illegal screen?
Off ball pick, yeah.
And Jackson's had a couple of those. They just got to set those feet on those screens.
That's Harley Rommel, the guilty party. That's 5 fouls. Star Valley in the bonus. Pass underneath. And Tori White delivers as she finishes. And Star Valley playing an inside game as well. Harley Rommel to Maggie Holland. Maggie looks up at the clock real quick, running it on Mikkel Hatterley. Now pulls up, hands it to Burcham. Burcham lost the handle, but Maggie saves her. Maggie Holland, crossover dribble, pulls it up. Now to Jack Strickland. Jax, look out from behind, got rid of it. Here's Burcham, three, short. That looked good and just came up short. McGee with it now for Star Valley. She's got to let it go. Time running out underneath. No good. Right at the buzzer, Mikkel Hatterley tried to convert. The 5'8 senior could not. So after 3, Star Valley 41, Jackson 17. We'll be right back with the final quarter of this one after these. Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network is the home of the
Tired of waiting in ski lift lines? While Silverlight can't fast track you on the slopes, we can fast track your internet. With Silverlight Fiber, your connection won't slow down during peak usage. And there's no data cap holding you back. It's like your own VIP lift to everything you love online, 24/7, all season long. Silverlight Fiber is coming to Jackson this spring. Visit silverlight-fiber.com to check if you're next in line.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
For Jackson Hole Radio, Jake, Mac, Kimmy K with you. Well, things are going the wrong way for the Lady Bronx back.
Yeah, that's a quarter Jackson would like to forget. I think it was 16-10 at the beginning of the half, so that means Star Valley outscored Jackson 25-7 in that quarter alone.
No, actually, it was. I wrote it down 14-20.
20-14. That's right.
Okay.
So 21 points in the third quarter for Star Valley.
Wow. Star Valley with the ball now, out of bounds. Maggie Holland chasing after it along with Ruby Hill. Possession will stay with Star Valley. It'll be Dana to inbounds. Emily Dana. Bounce pass inside. Nice. Livy Kleeman cleans it up. The junior, averaging 3.5 a game, and just put it up and in. Just underway in the fourth. Ellison Burcham with it for the Bronx. Mads Holland. Holland A lot of bumping, players bumping. Oh, block is open underneath for a moment. Burcham's open on the far side. But Strickland, I don't think saw either. And now her pass to block, and she was not open. That's Nelson who took it away, of course. Ambry Nelson with it. Works it right here to the near elbow. Cambry Johnson, baseline 3. Emily Dana, short. Dana's not having a Dana game, but Nelson and others are for Star Valley, so it doesn't matter. Jackson with it now. Maggie Holland to Mads, the senior. Lost the handle to Dana. She's fighting for it back. Can't get it. Dana's out of control and just flips it to Livy Kleeman. 3 from Cambry Johnson. That's off the mark. Rebound Jackson. Here's block working 1-on-2, and she draws the foul. That's a good thing. I don't know if she would have got to the rack at all. She was swarmed, sandwiched by Nelson. And another Star Valley player. That foul is going to be Ambry Nelson, her second. Been plenty of fouls tonight. Mads Holland to Maggie. Maggie, top of the key. Watched by Ruby Hill. Now to Jack Strickland right here in front of the bench. Jax pass to Burcham, and I think Nelson got a hand out. And no, they'll say it just went in and out of the hands of Burcham. That, again, I mean, that one unnecessary. I'm going to add that too. Besides being passes not being perfect and not catching passes, unnecessary pass. A little 5-foot pass that you don't really need.
Yeah, Star Valley is forcing Jackson to pass quickly and too quickly, forcing those turnovers.
Emily Dana with 2. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. 45-17, Star Valley. Burcham with it now. Number 13, looking for Mads Holland, and it wasn't there. Mads sort of gave the indication she was going to cut to the bucket and then didn't really do that, and that kind of screwed things up for Burcham. Now inside, good ball movement there. Ruby Hill finishes, but that was 3 players that touched the ball in about 1.5 seconds. Bang, bang, bang. And to the line is going to be Ruby Hill, the 5'9 junior. Jackson making substitutions. Ankeny back in, block out. Burcham out. Fowler back in on the gimpy ankle, perhaps. Here's Ruby Hill at the line, a 61% free throw shooter, and gets a nice roll there to convert. And the biggest lead of the night again for the Braves now, up 31 on Jackson. Fowler showing no ill signs on her sticks. Maggie Holland with it, kick out, Ankeny long 3. Boy, that did everything but go in. Rattles in and out. Ball loose on the ground. Mads is there, her sister is there, and a Star Valley player, that's Livy Kleeman, all 3 of them.
Well, that's one thing I love about this Bronx team is all 5 players are willing to dive for that loose ball, trying to get the 50-50 ball.
They'll go to the floor. They'll get rug burns, no doubt. Floor burns. Now stolen away. Pass intended for Jack Strickland. It's Ruby Hill with it up and in. Ruby Hill, 50-17. Everything Star Valley throwing up going in right now. Ari Fowler for Jackson. Jack Strickland. Oh, stolen away by Ruby Hill. No, Jax gets it back. They'll allow the backcourt violation. Now it's Mads Holland. And she's guarded closely by Dana. Mads almost lost it to Cambry Johnson. And now we finally get a reach in as Star Valley so aggressive with their defense. That's been a staple out of Afton for decades.
Get a Mads right there to draw that foul, though. She kind of walks right into him.
Well, it's interesting. Every time Star Valley gets called for a foul, they always look confused, and they're like, whoa, me? I did that?
That's true. I've noticed that.
They should just own it because, Kat Ankeny can't get that shot to go. Jackson, nothing will fall. Star Valley, everything. Here's Nelson, Ambry Nelson. Far side, Danas puts a little stutter step on Mads Holland, gets loose. Ruby Hill works it to Cambry Johnson. Johnson bounce pass inside. What a beautiful pass. Dana can't convert but gets her own rebound. Back outside to Cambry Johnson. Her shot no good. Backdoor rebound Jackson. It's Mads Holland working on Nelson. Pulls up her dribble. Pass to Ari Fowler. Stolen away by Dana. Up ahead, it's Cambry Johnson with a layup, but she's fouled by Ari Fowler, who again gives that look after a whistle like Fowler can't believe it's her. You were the only one down there, Ari.
I know, but I don't think she touched the ball or did anything, so she's probably like, I didn't touch anything. What's going on?
That's her third. Of course, if you're keeping track and your last name is Fowler, that's her 0 foul. That's her third by the refs. That first free throw, by the way, too short from Cambry Johnson. Cambry to the line for the second, 48% free throw shooter. No good. Rebound, Maggie Holland. Holland in trouble, but gets it to Trinity Green. Green pulls up her dribble and walked.
Yep.
And, you know, that was a case where Green didn't have Cambry Johnson very close to her. She could have kept dribbling there. She pulled it up for no reason and then drug the pivot foot. And bad stuff happens when you stop dribbling. You invite the trap. You have a potential of traveling. Here's Dana and Nelson, the 2 stars for Star Valley. Nelson out to Tori White. Now to Nelson. Near side Dana at the elbow. Floats one inside to Ruby Hill. It didn't get there. Jack Strickland got a hand on her. She saw that pass, and her height allowed her to just tip it away. Inside pass to Maggie Holland. Her shot no good, but a beautiful pass for Ari. Holland was open. Just no convert on the other end, but the foul.
Well, that's a great thing about Ari Fowler. She's always looking to pass the ball or make a play, whether it's scoring or passing, and Maggie's always ready to shoot and draws the foul there.
With, as Maggie misses that one. She's been perfect tonight. One didn't count. She missed that one. Yeah, in the absence of Zoe Bosch and Lucy Webb, it's been Ari Fowler who's had do all the backcourt work.
Oh, nice rebound, Trinity.
Yeah, Trinity Green with a nice rebound. Bounce pass to Maggie Holland. Her shot no good, but Strickland saves it. Out to Ari Fowler. Fowler to Maggie Holland. Pump fake. Now she'll let fly. Good! Maggie Holland. Put the defensive player in the air and then let it go. Kiss glass in.
Yeah, Tim Duncan style using that backboard.
Nelson, far side to Mikkel Hatterley. Long 3, no good. Rebounds Emily Dan on the backside. Wide open Tori White lets go, and that's no good. Trinity Green comes down with it, swinging elbows, and she'll have possession. Gets it to Maggie Holland. Maggie right here in front of her own bench, taking a little bit of a walk in the park. Now gets it to Ari Fowler. Inside Green. Nice job by Green to extend and go up and get that ball. Fowler with a prayer, and it goes in. Ari Fowler. Woo! Go, girl.
And Jackson's starting to get a little bit of a roll in their offense. They just got to be doing it more and more throughout each of the quarters.
Yes. Amber Nelson with it now for Star Valley. Jackson feeling it a little bit. Pass inside. Maggie Holly got a hand on it. Out of bounds. Whose ball? Referees don't know. They're looking around.
Yeah, they called it for Star Valley.
Okay. Good job, Maggie Holly. Yeah, all of a sudden, little mo coming Jackson's way. They're just picking up their game. Wholesale changes for Star Valley. Try to get those names to you. Kiera Allred's in there. Morgan McGee. Number 3, that's Avery Kilroy. Trying to keep track of all these fresh faces. There's a 3 from Kiera Allred. What a shot. They're going to say 2. She was on the line, and Allred into the game for 15 seconds converts. Ari Fowler finds Maggie Holland on that far side baseline. Pulls up. Shot no good. Too short. Rebound McGee. Morgan McGee gets it to Kilroy. Now top of the key. Here's Kilroy. Drive. Nice no-look pass to Livy Kleeman. Around the horn we go. Kiera Allred inside to Kleeman. Ran out of room. Long shot from Avery England. No good. Rebound Kilroy. No good.
Whoa.
And Star Valley still has possession. Fowler's going to get a bump. You know, they could have called a lot of stuff before that.
Yeah.
And it's Fowler who finally gets her 4th.
I gotta say, it almost looked like Maggie was like crawling over the back of it.
I mean,
Star Valley
they
player.
let him go
Whoa.
underneath, and then the Fowler whistle. She's got 4 in the danger zone, but there's a minute 44 to go. Long 3, Star Valley, no good. That was Morgan McGee. But Star Valley with the offensive board. They'll try again. Out to Kira Allred. Sorry, that's Kilroy. In the corner, Kleeman, top of the key, Kilroy. Here's McGee, baseline drive, her shot, good. That was a nice little play by the sophomore, Morgan McGee. Just ran baseline, little stop shot. Floater is up and in. Ari Fowler now, a minute 10. She launches a three, no good. Ari not feeling it from deep today. Star Valley ball, Kilroy to Kira Allred. Now to Kleeman inside. Bounce pass back outside. McGee. Kilroy, her shot knocked down. Here's Trinity Green with Kilroy right behind her. Look out, Trinity. Left-handed layup, no good, but Fowler fouls it up. And she lost the handle on her shot. Star Valley ball now with 35 seconds to go in regulation. Star Valley with it. The Braves. See if they want to play last shot or just burn clock. This is the bench player, so they probably want points here. McGee all the way cross court to Livy Kleeman. Kleeman now to Kilroy. Around the horn they go. They may not shoot. Nope, now they get it inside, up and in. Avery England. And, boy, these second unit for Star Valley looking pretty good.
Yeah, and they want to make a punch to end this game. That's what Star Valley does. It's also a rivalry game. You want to get as many points as you can.
That'll do it. End of regulation here. Maggie Holland is holding her right hand as she tried to rip that ball away right at the end. And she's holding that right hand. That hurt. And the loss hurts for sure. Final score, Star Valley 56, Jackson 21. We'll be back to wrap it up and head to the boys right after these. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on KZ95 of the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
We're back here, end of the girls' game. Boys will start here at about 14 minutes away from tap. Let's wrap things up here courtside, though, for the girls. Final score again, Star Valley 56, Jackson 21. Good game from Coach Kate Erickson's girls. That's probably as good as they've looked all season. Jackson has a way of bringing out the best in their opponent. That was a good game from the Braves.
Yeah, they scoring high, 20 points above their average. Jackson scoring just below their average. You know, Jackson did a good job in the first half, and that's kind of a theme we've seen. Jackson's been a very good first half team, but they let the game get away in the third quarter, and something's got to change between halftime for Jackson to stay in the game throughout the whole game. And because Star Valley just had a monster second half. It was only 20-14 at halftime, and then Star Valley scored 36, their entire season average, in one half.
Yeah. I don't know what Coach Erickson did at halftime, but Star Valley just came out, doubled down, and really went to shooting. They started hitting everything, which is not really a Braves trademark. Everything they threw up was good. We don't have stats because Kimmy K's no way she's going to be able to navigate her way to the scorer's table.
I'm locked in.
There's a lot of Star Valley fans here. So we'll just do it by sort of memory. And I'll start with I tell you, this girl caught my eye the whole game. Ambry Nelson was fantastic. She's playing without her backcourt mate, Cameron Mackey. So Ambry had to do it all, and she did do it all. Rebounding, shooting from outside, penetrating when it was there, and dishing, and playing defense. Oh my goodness, the steals. Ambry Nelson was all over the floor tonight. Who do you like, Kimmy K?
I'll second that one.
All right, we still have on the board, we still have Ruby Hill was good, and Emily Dana, their big star. Mac, you like anybody?
Well, I liked their team effort, everyone getting a taste of the medicine going and scoring, and they had a well-balanced game, but that's something Star Valley has always been good at, both the boys and girls programs. They have a lot of talent through the bench, and they're very deep and, just so much balanced scoring. But I also liked Nelson's game. That was just fantastic showing. I definitely heard you say Nelson the most when calling this game. And so, it was just a fantastic outing by Star Valley, something you love to see.
Yeah, number 5 is everywhere. Star Valley with a win just keeps improving their record for the Jackson Bronx. That's another L in the book, and an important quadrant game that slips away for the Lady Bronx. Who'd you like on the black and orange side of things, Kimmy K?
I liked a couple girls. Harley Rommel sticking out. I think she had a good game. Maggie there at the end. Jax, I don't know.
Ari did not have her normal game from
she didn't,
distance.
but she played hard. Like, she played the most, it felt like, the whole game back and forth. I'm going to go with Harley. I mean, the first half, I have to give it to Harley. She came in and her passes, and so I'm going Harley.
Yeah, she's been fun to watch. And she catches your attention. You know when she's on the floor, and you know when she's not, which is, a good thing to say about a player. Ari Fowler, I feel bad for her. She's had to kind of reinvent herself with every lineup. Without Zoe Bosch, without Lucy Webb tonight, it really falls on Fowler to do the ball distribution, the ball handling, and everything else. Everything, Ari. You got to shoot threes, and you got to do everything. I like Trinity Green. She's not a basketball player per se, but her physicality, her athleticism shines every time I see her. I like Trinity Green. Mac?
That's a tough one. I liked Harley Rommel. She had the only 3 of the game for Jackson in the first half. Jackson struggled from three-point range. I also like Trinity Green's. She had a left-handed layup, even though she is left-handed. Left-handed layup was a nice finish off the glass, and you could see why she averages 4 rebounds. I think Trinity had at least 6, 7, 8 rebounds. She had a lot of rebounds that game.
She's got some vert, man. She gets up in the air.
I was just going to say, she jumps high. When she's up there, her feet are off the ground.
Yeah, and I also liked Maggie Holland's game. Ready to shoot every time. Got, I think, 2 to fall. I think Maggie had 4 points based off memory. So it could be a toss-up. I think I'll give it to Maggie just to be different.
I like it. All right, we got 3 different ones from the crew. Nothing wrong with that. We're a few minutes away from tap for the boys' game coming up. It's the boys' pregame now that'll start next. Once again, the final for the girls, Star Valley 56, Jackson 21. Boys' pregame show next after these.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
One good play can improve a team's chance of winning the game. And when executed properly over and over again, that play can take a team far. One good decision when you get behind the wheel can do the same. Approximately half of the people who lose their lives on Wyoming roads each year were not wearing a seatbelt. Stay in the game, Wyoming. Buckle up every time you get in your vehicle. It's a winning play. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KC95.
The Jackson Lady Bronx bank another loss. Star Valley Braves girls play a good road game and continue their hot streak now. Let's turn our attention to the boys. And the Jackson Bronx still looking for that elusive first win of the year. 0-12 overall, 0-4 in conference. 12-game losing streak, ranked dead last. Offensively, 44.5 points a game. That's ranked last. Shooting-wise, not real good. Points a game, that's middle of the pack. They don't rebound terribly well, and they're playing an athletic Star Valley team. Both these teams are not who they were last year, Max. Certainly Jackson. Star Valley graduated some studs as well, but the Braves have been able to kind of continue on another year in a little better fashion.
Yes, Star Valley definitely has a history of being good almost every single year in basketball and football and every sport. They're definitely one of the best sports schools in the state of Wyoming. Got to give them credits. And Jackson's just had a hard year. Both these teams obviously were the front runners for the 4A West Regional Championship. Jackson came out on top last year, so I think Star Valley's going to want to get revenge because the streaks have been actually in the favor of the Bronx as of recently. Jackson's won the last 2 games in a row against Star Valley and the last 2 games in a row here in Jackson against the Braves. So Jackson trying to look for that 3rd win in a row against Star Valley, which would be the first time since 2018. It's been a long time since Jackson's won 3 in a row against the Braves. So the Braves, that goes to show the lopsided record they have against Jackson. And, you know, it's hard as a Jackson fan, but you know, focus on each win and each game at a time. And so a big win, this would be a huge win for Jackson. First win of the season against the rival Star Valley, who's generally been a good program over the history of time. This would be a big game. This is a big game. And
well, you just laid out 2 of the 3 reasons you better be motivated if you're the Jackson Bronx, continuing what would be a historic win streak over the Braves. Get another win. That hasn't happened. Also, the arch rivalry. You always want to beat the Braves. And then let's not forget, if you've got any hopes for postseason play this season, you've got to get these quadrant wins. This is a quadrant W up for the taking. That makes this one huge. You got to get it at home. You're going to see these Braves again at the end of the year, final game of the regular season in Afton. Let's get this one here. Big opportunity for the boys. Matt Shumway in his 2nd year at the helm of the Star Valley Braves. His team is 6-9 overall, but get this, undefeated, 4-0 in conference. And that right there encapsulates Star Valley for me. You look at their roster and you can say, ho-hum. You look at their record, you can say, big deal. Their statistics, none of it matters when they play Jackson and when they play big games. Star Valley shows up when they need it.
Yeah, historically, they've done really well against the quadrant. They've done really well against Evanston. They've done well against Green River. They've done well against Jackson. So Jackson kind of is similar to Star Valley in a sense where you have the slow start to the season. You play in the Central Conference against the Eastern teams, and then you play in Idaho Falls. Both Jackson and Star Valley played in Idaho Falls this year, and so you play high, tough competition early out in the season, but then the difference between these 2 teams is Star Valley's done better against the western side of opponents of Wyoming compared to Jackson, who struggled against Natrona Kelly Walsh. You know, all these games have been close for the Jackson Bronx. I expect another close game tonight, and I think you could see a Jackson win. You could see a Star Valley win. It could go either way. Both teams very good. Jackson's got the home court advantage, even though Star Valley has almost more fans than Jackson does.
I think some of their fans came dressed up for like prom too. Have you noticed that?
I have seen that. Well, early season losses in those tournaments are the reason why Star Valley's stats don't impress you. 6-9. I think they began the season like 1-8 or something. That was all that early season tournaments. It was without certain players, including Cooper Lancaster. He's been out for a lot of the season. He's back, and he's important. He's this team's leading scorer. But this is a team that doesn't score a bunch, kind of like the girls' Star Valley team. Their defense is their pride. It's the number 2 defense in the conference. They rebound really well. They don't shoot well, but they do everything on the defensive side of the ball well. You want to see a difference in shooting. Last year, this Star Valley Braves team shot the 3 better than anyone in the conference. This year, dead last shooting the 3. They're not shooting it, but they are defending the ball.
Interesting. So Jackson's going to really lock down inside. every game, Jack Bearsley's going to have another big game. Palmer Wetzel, Will Geitman, not just offensively, but defensively as well. You got to use that height just to alter the inside shots that Star Valley is going to impose on this game, because I expect Star Valley, if they're dead last in three-point shooting, they're going to want post-entry moves, post-entry feeds, low post shots, layups, fast breaks. They're going to want all the inside shots that Jackson needs to stop.
Keys to the game for me, get back on D. I've watched the Star Valley team on film, and they love out of transition, out of change of possession. They love the home run pass. They just chuck it down the court. You better get back and defend that guy who's trying to beat you to the rim. They do it a lot. Get back on D. And my other key to the game is beat the man. Star Valley, from what I see, plays almost exclusively man defense. Now, they may switch it up here, but I think there's a chance to beat that man defense with the Larsons. Draw Star Valley out to you way high at the half court and then just run right by him, because the Larsons got speed.
They got speed. Expect to see long-range shots from Jesse and Aaron. That's what they do best. I expect Palmer to also have a good game, because he's a matchup nightmare, leading the Bronx and scoring 13 points a game. And here you go. You got the Star Valley crowd into it. This is going to be a loud gym. I expect it to get a little more full, a little more fans as the game progresses. And this is going to be a fun one, Jake.
Let's let the Jackson Bronx introduce themselves. We'll be right back with us.
Jesse Larson, senior. Will King, senior. Matt Baltus, senior.
Jake Simmons, freshman.
Aaron Larson, senior. Owen Brecker, junior. Thomas King, sophomore. Noah McKinney, junior. Jack Berzay, senior. Ethan Hoffman, sophomore. Max White, sophomore. Palmer Wetzel, senior. Will Geitman, junior. Colin Pape, senior.
Oh, was this with his coach thing that he got? And is this the award now?
Coach of Hall of Fame. You're looking at a new HOF in the coaching realms of Wyoming. He deserves it.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
Yep, absolutely. 5 state championships with the girls from 2007 to 2010. And he's coached the girls varsity 3 times, coached the boys varsity back in 2016 when Jackson was 3A, and coached myself when I was a junior playing for the JV one year. Now he's coaching the freshmen. He's coached just about every Jackson basketball program.
Man, he is a coach's coach, a player's coach. Mac, he's pretty good, huh? You learn a lot from under him?
Yes, I did. He's got a lot of set plays. He's a definitely X's and O's guy. He's a very smart coach.
In addition to basketball, Sean also coaches football and track for his division. While he's a highly successful coach on the court, he also works in our classrooms. I have the honor of working with Coach Shockey in the special education department for many years.
Oh, I didn't know he did special ed. Love it.
Many decades. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Yeah,
Coach Sean Shockey. Yeah, whole gym to their feet, including the Star Valley fans, all on their feet for Coach Sean Shockey. He's respected around the state, no doubt.
Good man, good man.
And now we'll get to Maddie Dornan and the national anthem.
As we honor this community, our servicemen and women, and our great nation with the singing of the national anthem by Jackson Hole High School student and Teton County Fair and Rodeo Senior Princess, Maddie Dornan.
Yeah, great job by Teton County Fair and Rodeo Princess Maddie Dornan. Another really nice job with the national anthem. We'll get the starting lineups to you, beginning with our visiting Star Valley Braves. They're in their road crimson and gold with the motif one team, one mission. What's the problem?
You're on your camera again.
Starting lineup for Star Valley. It's going to be number 0, Will Linford, the 6'4 junior. Cooper Lancaster, the 6'2 junior, leads this team in scoring and rebounding. Also Bryson Neal, 6'4 senior. A lot of upper class leadership here. 44 is Zane Hedges, another senior, averaging 8 points a night. And the Jackson Bronx.
Here we go with the Jackson Bronx. We got Aaron Larson starting at point guard, number 11, second in scoring on the team, averaging 8 points a game. Crowd getting really loud for him. We got junior Noah McKinney wearing number 21. He's got very quick hands, known for his steals, but he's also a very good three-point shooter. We got the man in the middle, Jack Bearsay, leading Jackson in rebounds with 8 points and 8 rebounds a game. Then you got Palmer Wetzel, top 7 in conference in scoring, averaging 13 points a game, 37% from 3. And then you got Will Geitman starting at center, such a good cleaner in rebounding as well, using his height 6'4". He's good at finishing high at the rim. And yeah, that's Will Geitman, the junior. Will be tipping it off.
You see Coach Matt Elliott kind of settling in on that starting 5. He's liked this unit. They've been good. Larson, Bearazay, Wetzel, Geitman, and McKinney moving left to right on your YouTube screen. Star Valley tap coming, and Star Valley wins it. It's Will Linford who wins the tap, and he wins it to Dylan Shumway. Now a 3 right off the bat. No good. Too short. Missed by Neild. Jackson with a rebound. Star Valley, as we said, does not shoot the triple very well. They're last in the league. Noah McKinney to Wetzel. Wetzel pump fake, now drives, kick out. McKinney 3, long one. That's off the front of the iron, no good. And Will Geitman with the rebound and the putback.
And that's a great tip by Jack Bearsay right to Will. Great awareness.
Yeah, that's Hedges with it now. Zane hands off to Bryson Neild. Neild gives it now. Looking Dylan Shumway over to coach, says, what's the deal? What's the play? Will Linford, far side, long 3 is no good from Cooper Lancaster.
Yeah.
Lancaster went down. Was he fouled or was that something inside on the rebound?
It was a no call. The foul was on Will Geitman getting the rebound, and Jackson's got to do a better job boxing out.
Dylan Shumway floats one up here to Bryson Neal. Back to Shumway. Kick out too high for Hedges. And Will Geitman scoops up the loose change. His shot is blocked, but it's going to be a foul, I believe.
Yeah.
On Bryson Neal. Geitman is 6'5", 6'4". So is Bryson Neal. Neither team has like a big, but they all got like guys that are 6'3", 6'4".
Yes, and Will was on a mission. Star Valley thought it was just going to be a turnover, but Will was after that ball.
Yes, he was. Geitman starts strong. We've seen that. But he misses that first of 2 from the line. Second one is good. Jackson with a 3-0 lead here early on. Just underway here in the first. Star Valley with it now. It's Cooper Lancaster. Works it to Hedges. Hedges bounce pass underneath. Will Linford puts it in.
And that was a great pass by Zane Hedges, using that bounce pass in the paint.
Had to be a bounce pass. The only way to get it there. It was nice. McKinney with it now. 6:40 to go in the first. 3-2. Oh, to reach in. Didn't need to do it. Bryson Neal. And he wants that one back. We're going to see a first substitution already.
It's his second, right off the bat.
I don't have a 23 at all.
Oh, my goodness.
I might need some help there. Yeah, 3-2 Jackson. That's just the program.
Oh, our girl.
Jackson ball. Noah McKinney will inbound. 6:37. McKinney gets it to Berzay. Berzay bounce pass inside. Kicked out to Palmer Wetzel. Back to Berzay. Drives, no good.
That was so good.
Oh, Jack with a nice left-handed layup, and that did everything but go. Here's Hedges. McKinney reaching in on him. Long three from distance. No good from Neal, but it bounces. Sorry, that was Shumway, I think. Shumway, you're going to try another one, but the whistle blow.
And that's the first foul on Jack Berzay, something you don't want to see if you're Matt Elliott.
No, Berzay needs to play hard down there in the land of trees, and he can't do that. That's a foul. Team second, his first. Hedges to inbounds. Zane gets it into Cooper Lancaster. Lancaster picks up a double team. He's going to see a lot of attention. Whoa. Jackson knows Lancaster. Here's Hedges. Hedges a drive. Kick out. Lancaster 3. Good. Cooper Lancaster puts Star Valley up 5-3. Just under 6 to go in the opening frame. Jackson down a bucket. Here's Berzay. Hands off to Wetzel. Wetzel working on Cooper Lancaster. Kick out. McKinney was wide open. Won't take it. Gives it to Geitman. Larson says, I'll take it. And that's off the mark. No good. Rebound Star Valley. Here they come. Cooper Lancaster. That shot no good. But the rebound by Roman Erickson up and in.
And Star Valley already, I think, has 3 offensive rebounds, proving why they're top 3 in rebounding in the state.
They're good at rebounding. Palmer Wetzel with it now. Palmer hands off to Larson. That's Aaron. Hedges came out on him, and I thought that was on Hedges, but no, that's Larson. That's a
illegal screen on Noah McKinney. Got to set those feet.
McKinney with the moving pick, and they've been calling that tonight. Here's Roman Erickson. Roman, left-hand dribble, pulls it up. Finds a wide open Hedges. He'll try top of the key. That's off the mark. And the rebound, Larson. Aaron Larson pulls it down. Jackson down 7-3 with 5 to go. Here's Berzay left-handed. Good! And that barely moved the net. Woo!
And that's something we've seen out of Jack as the season has progressed. Jack is shooting a lot more threes.
Inside Will Linford. He gets a pass to Cooper Lancaster and a foul before Lancaster could shoot. And that's going to be Noah McKinney. He struck Cooper in the head, I think. 2 on McKinney quickly here. Here's Cooper Lancaster with a loose ball. Hedges back to Lancaster. Cooper, bounce pass inside. Oh, that would have been cute, but it wasn't. He wanted Erickson. I was about to say nice pass, Cooper, and I'm like, oh, bad pass, Cooper. Here's Palmer Wetzel now. Wetzel working hard here. Kick out to Larson. Larson wanted Noah McKinney, but he didn't do it. A smart move because Dylan Shumway was ready to go the other way with it. Palmer Wetzel, ball over his head, gets it to Berzay. Berzay was going to give it back to him. Now he takes a 15-footer. Good! Jack Berzay! What a smooth touch!
Oh, yes. Oh, and here we go. Steal by Noah McKinney.
Noah McKinney with a steal. Gets it to Geitman to Palmer Wetzel. Wetzel picks the double team up. McKinney from three. Noah McKinney. And a timeout by Star Valley. Matt Shumway says, hold on here.
Well, Star Valley has definitely seen this before. Jackson likes to start quick against the Braves. As we've seen in the last 3 years, Jackson has come out roaring. Whether it was I was a senior, last year was a quick start by Jackson, by Seth Brunner and the Hannah squad. You know, Jackson loves starting out quick, but you know Star Valley is going to be right back with an answer. That's just part of their nature.
Yeah. Well, the hometown crowd loves it, but we're far from over yet, and don't expect Star Valley to fade away. Yeah, good start, though, for the Bronx, 11-7, and we're halfway through the first as both teams head back out onto the floor. For Jackson, it's still the starting five. 4:02 to go in the first. Jackson up 11-7. And Jack Berzay really spinning it. Both those shots from outside the paint. Beautiful shots. Did not need the rim, did he? There's Star Valley with the ball now. Hedges inside to Erickson. And now it's Cooper Lancaster who converts.
In same spot from the three-point distance shot.
Lancaster from deep makes it 11-10. Aaron Larson bounce pass inside to Berzay at the nail. Jack looking to hand off, gets it to Larson, back to Berzay. Berzay kick out. Here's Baltaz. His shot no good. Rebound Geitman. But he lost the handle. Hedges picked his pocket. And it's up ahead to Dylan Shumway, coast to coast. And it's up and in with an and one. Larson's going to get caught without his feet set. And a chance for a three-point play for Shumway.
Well, Star Valley will make you pay. As soon as they get the steal, they try and run, and they like to get those and ones.
Zach Thompson in the game now for Star Valley. Keep an eye on this senior. He can be a real spark plug off the bench. Meanwhile, Shumway to the line. 71% free throw shooter, and he gets that. It's 13-11. Star Valley in the lead. Palmer Wetzel with it now. He has not even attempted a shot yet. Geitman has started strong. So has Berzay. Wetzel pump fake. Now drives the left block. Turn around in the lane. Good. Palmer Wetzel has tied it at 13.
Oh, I think he heard you, Jake.
Long three. Whoa! Dylan Shumway. And if there's anyone on the Braves that hits the triple, and I said they don't shoot it well, it's that guy, Dylan Shumway, with a dagger.
That was a long one.
Yes, it was. Jesse Larson in the game now. Here's Berzay, spin move in the paint to Geitman. Geitman on that far side. Hands off to Wetzel. Wetzel gets a pick from Geitman. Now drives the right block, pulls up his dribble. Going to be a jump ball here. Scramble for it. And yes, the jump ball. That's Roman Erickson, the sophomore, tangled up with Palmer Wetzel, the senior, and it'll be a jump ball. Arrow favors they don't know who. They're looking Bronx. Okay.
Ouch.
Cooper Lancaster sitting. So is Will Linford for Star Valley. 2:23 to go in the first. 16-13 three-point game. Jackson down 3. Wetzel floats one to Will Geitman. Geitman thought about handing off to Wetzel. Now the pass and travel. He would have thrown it away anyway. Yeah. Turnover, and it'll be Star Valley ball with 2:19. Well, we said don't get too excited about the 11-7 lead, and that's gone. And here's Star Valley doing Star Valley things. That's Dylan Shumway taking a lot of steps. Now here's the Here's a shooter. Yeah, Zach Thompson. You got to watch this kid. He is so good off the bench. 19-13, 6-point lead for the Braves. Under 2 minutes to go in the opener. Jesse Larson with it now. Bounce pass into Bereзе. Bereze's hot, 2 for 2. As he gets it to Jesse Larson. Larson to Bereze. Jack Bereze on that far elbow. Watched by Big Country Cooper Lawson. There's 3 from Will Geitman. Is that 3? Yes, it is.
Yep, and both teams shooting really well from distance, something that both teams have struggled with early on.
Yes. And there's a 3 from Dylan Shumway. He's red hot right now. Both teams shooting lights out from beyond the perimeter. Bereze with 1:10 to go in the first. Palmer Wetzel, watched by Roman Erickson. Now Jesse Larson gives it to Wetzel. Wetzel, nice screen from Larson, but the ref didn't like it, I think. Maybe, pointing right at Larson. No, they're going to say Roman Erickson fought too hard to get away from that pick. He almost pushed Larson down trying to get loose. And that's on Erickson playing defense. His first, team 5th. Jackson to the bonus, Wetzel to the line. He's pretty good from here. Chance to cut the lead to 5, and he can't do it, or rather 6. 22-16. Coach giving instructions to Zach Thompson for Star Valley. Meanwhile, Wetzel with a second. And that's good. 22-17. Under a minute. Zach Thompson with it now for Star Valley. Holds out the number 1. That's the play. Bounce pass inside. Turnaround jumper. McClure. Smith can't hit it, but Cooper Lawson, Big Country with the rebound, and he can't make that go. And here's Jesse Larson to Geitman. Back to Jesse. Gives to Wetzel. There's time. 37 seconds. Wetzel, tough shot. And he got it off. But they're not going to give him the shot, and Coach Elliott didn't like that.
Well, the foul call was on the floor, which is unfortunate if you want the continuation, but Palmer will still go to the free throw line.
The foul is on Erickson, his second in a hurry, and Zane Hedges is going to have to come in, and he'll replace Erickson. Roman says, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Coach says, sit down. Bereze comes out for Jackson for that late quarter breather. Give him a little extra time to sit. Wetzel, meanwhile, converts both at the line to make it 22-19. Jackson within 3, but Star Valley has the ball. Hedges, near side to Thompson. Back to Hedges. Inside to Smith McClure. To Big Country. Back outside. Good. Smith McClure, the 6'4 senior, hits the jump shot.
It runs in the family. Taft McClure was really good at that mid-range shot, and that's his older brother.
I remember that. 15-foot shot. He'd never pass it up, and he'd never miss it. Yeah, Jackson, the last shot. 10 seconds to go. In the game is Thomas King now for the Bronx. Here's Wetzel. Somebody's got to put it up. Will Geitman loses the handle out of bounds. There is time. Jackson ball, 2 seconds. You got time here. The inbounds is going to be key. You got to just touch it and go, huh, Mac?
Yes, you got to let it fly right away.
Geitman to Wetzel. He lets it go. That hit the side of the backboard. No good. Well, never mind anything we said. We said neither of these teams can shoot. Neither of these teams can score. Look at this first quarter. 24-19 after 1. My goodness, they're both off and running. We'll be right back with the start of the second after the...
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming's roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Visit wyoroad.info, download WYDOT's 511 app, or call 511 for current conditions. Buckle up every trip, every time, and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive, not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
Well, both coaches have to like what they see so far. I mean, you can't figure Star Valley's going to stay this hot for 3 more quarters. Coach Elliott's teams played well.
Yeah, 19 points. It's got to be one of the highest scoring outputs in a quarter for the Bronx. They're on pace for almost 80 points. Star Valley almost on pace for 100 points. Obviously, that's not going to last, but, you know, Jackson, you can't be upset about anything. It's just defensive closeouts on threes. Star Valley really shooting the 3-ball well. I mean, even though as a team they don't shoot well, the threes have been coming from their best 3-point shooters in Lancaster and Shumway.
Yeah,
so
I think if you're the Bronx, you got to know that they can't stay that hot that long. It's not going to happen. We'll see. Hedges with it now. Nobody picking him up, and he walks right in. Now kick out to McClure. McClure hits that one, and that's another 3. And I think somebody has kidnapped the Star Valley Braves and took their uniforms. I mean, this is not the Braves of 25. Here is Jesse Larson, and somebody got a piece of that. His 3 is deflected out of bounds. It'll be Jackson ball, last touch by the Braves. Just a half a minute into the second quarter. Jackson down 8. It's Star Valley's biggest lead. Van Beltis inbounds to Wetzel, out to Larson, to Berzay. Around the perimeter we go. Geitman to Beltis. Beltis, his pass to Berzay is stolen by Dylan Shumway. Dylan brings it up for the Braves. Dylan drives on 3 guys. Now the kick out. Cooper Lancaster, long 3, way off and out of bounds. Cooper hears it from the hometown crowd. He was wide open, but he was also about 6 feet back of the arc. Still an 8-point lead for Star Valley as Jackson with the ball. McKinney bounce pass. Well, these are dangerous passes. Cooper Lancaster's the only guy playing defense here, and Jackson almost gave it to him. Berzay to McKinney. Noah to Berzay. Baseline drive on Big Country. Got help there, and it was Cooper Lawson that got a big paw on that. There's a 2-on-1 fast break. Cooper Lancaster no good. But Cooper Lawson with the cleanup. Cooper to Cooper. And Lawson finishes the 6'6" football standout, puts it up and in. 6.5 to go. Jackson down now 29-19, 10-point lead. Berzay, baseline drive. Lawson reached in and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, and here comes a dry spell for Jackson. They got to get points on the board because now Star Valley is going to try and pull away.
Yep.
Jackson's got to score and respond.
You need something to light the crowd up and get back in it. Jack Berzay with it now, holding it over his head. Bounce pass into Will Geitman. Kick out. Wetzel open for a moment, picks up a double team. To McKinney, back to Wetzel, and it went right off his hand into Cooper Lancaster's hands. Cooper coast to coast. Can't get the shot. Nice defense by Palmer Wetzel, but Jackson almost throws it away. Will Geitman scoops up the loose ball, but meanwhile, Coach Elliott says, I've seen enough of this.
Yeah, let's call it timeout.
Yeah.
Yep, and this is a much-needed timeout for Jackson. Things are getting a little rambunctious here. A little sped up. Somehow Cooper Lancaster, though, has missed 2 layups in the quarter that I thought would drop. So Jackson, you know, playing good, solid defense. They just got to get more stops as well. Star Valley with a 10-point lead.
That, you know, basketball, Max, so often a game of runs, and just a little bit of a 8-point run can really sink your whole night. I mean, Jackson was right there. And then, you know, Star Valley goes on a little bit of a run. Look up at the scoreboard. It's a 10-point Braves lead. What the heck?
Well, Jackson has shown resilience. They were down 18 against Kelly Walsh and almost came back and almost had the lead. They were down against 10 by Natrona. Had the lead in the third quarter, let it go. So Jackson has shown resilience this season. And I think they're going to show it again. It's Star Valley, or Star Valley could try and pull this lead even further. You just never know. 10-point lead is within striking distance.
Well, it must be a whiteout in the black hole. Everybody wearing white tonight for this rivalry game. Jackson with the ball, down 10. Here's Larson. That would be Aaron. Aaron, double team trap, gets it to Wetzel, barely. Palmer to Noah McKinney. And Star Valley's ramped up the defense. Geitman, a little step move. Now kick out, McKinney. Wetzel's going to let fly from 3, no good. Rebound, Smith McClure. Braves are playing better defense right now. Jackson just not getting a look. Coach Erickson, or Coach Shumway rather, calling out the play to his troops. Here comes the drive by Hedges. His shot no good. No call. Good defense by Berzay. Cooper Lancaster from 3. That's no good. Larson lost the rebound to Lancaster. He threw it away inside. Here's Cooper Lawson. And he walked. Oh, boy. Well, this is not the prettiest basketball in the world for the last 30 seconds.
Well, I was about to say, it's like Star Valley's got magnets in their hand. The ball just kept going to them, and then Jackson finally forced the turnover.
I don't like this side-to-side passing with only Lancaster, and he stole it away, Cooper Lancaster. Up and in. Oh, you got to dribble out of trouble there. These side-to-side, Cooper Lancaster's the only guy pressing in the backcourt.
I mean, it worked the first couple of times, but now they see you doing it.
That's the wrong play. You've got to dribble out of that. Lancaster is the only guy up here. Just dribble over the timeline. Why are you giving him an opportunity to get a hand on that ball?
Well, Lancaster's got good length, too. That's the other issue.
You're not going to throw it over him. You got to hit the ceiling before you get it over Lancaster. Noah McKinney to inbounds for Jackson. 4:47 to go in the half. McKinney back to Wetzel, top of the key. Palmer to McKinney to Wetzel. Not a lot of creativity going on here for the Jackson offense. Baltes, he'll try a corner 3. No good. Rebound, Berzay, and he's going to get fouled. Jack Berzay saved that Baltes 3. I thought that was going to go down. Berzay and... Big Country's not in there, but Berzay and Big Country have seen each other on the gridiron, that's for sure. Jackson ball, McKinney will inbounds. 4.5 to go in the half. Geitman to Berzay to Baltes. Baltes, good move to get away from his man, but Jackson can't make anything of it. Wetzel with a 3. That won't go. And a good job by Shumway to come out and challenge that 3. That ball hits the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Star Valley really playing tight defense here. There's a 3 by Hedges. He's wide open, but he missed it. Rebound, Smith McClure. He puts it back up. That's no good. Berzay with the defensive board. And finally, Jackson with possession. 31-19, 4 minutes to go. Jackson down. Big here. Wetzel with it. Working on Shumway. Wetzel gets it to Jack Berzay. Baltes likes that far coffin corner there. He loves to launch that 3. Jack Berzay spin move in the lane. Left-hander, no good. Rebound is Will Linford. Works it to Shumway. And Shumway with a drive and a left-handed shot up and in.
That was quite a lot of extra steps there.
Yeah, it was a good move. Almost too good of a move, you could say.
Shumway with a Euro step, the Eurasian step, the Atlantic step. He had like 3. Oh, Baltes almost put it up and in. Van Baltes with a backdoor touch rebound, but he could not get that to go. Suddenly, Jackson's going stone cold. Zane Hedges with a left-hander in the paint, and things are getting away from Coach Elliott in the Bronx. 3 minutes left, and it's 35-19 Braves. Wetzel. Star Valley just never quits playing. You got to play the full game against this Braves team. McKinney, cross-court, Baltes. Bounce pass inside of Berzay. Thought about a spin move to Wetzel. McKinney, baseline 3. Off the mark. And the rebound goes to Smith McClure for the Braves. Gets it to Zane Hedges. Baseline drive, spin move, kick out, long 3, top of the key, no good. Lincoln Lydiard with a shot, but he got hit hard.
Ooh, that's his third.
Max says no.
Well, it almost looked like all ball, but I don't know. It was very quick. It's a quick release, so you could tell he's a great shooter.
I thought he got a lot of arm there. There's Lydiard.
Could have been. Yeah, his arm did fling back a little bit. You're right.
Yeah, Lydiard at the line, and that's good. Lincoln Lydiard, the junior, converts. And he's going to get 3 here, right, Mac?
Yeah, 3 free throws. It's a tough break for Jackson.
Second one from Lydiard, and everybody's jumping in. No, they didn't know. The referee clearly said 2 more, but nobody saw that, and they all jumped in. He's got another one coming. Now, do you redo that one? No. You back to just 1. Here comes Lydiard. His 3rd is good, and it's 37-19 Star Valley. Lancaster finally does not reprise his role of backcourt pressure guy, and Jackson brings it up. Larson to Wetzel. Wetzel inside of Geitman. Geitman with a baseline move on Linford, and now puts it up. No good. Rebound Lancaster. Cooper, he's going to run. He's got some mates with him. Pass. He was looking in the corner for Shumway, but nice job by Palmer. Wetzel with a steal, and the reach in by Dylan Shumway, and I think he knew it. He's saying not me, but that was him.
Well, Jackson, as I said earlier, they've been stuck at 19 for a very long time. Nothing's going right. Star Valley student section saying scoreboard as proof.
Yeah, the white hole, as we're going to call it now, is trading cheers with the Star Valley visiting crowd, and it's been a good raucous affair. Baltez inside of Barazay. Jack working on Linford, backs him up, and puts up the shot. That's how you do it. That's muscle down low. And he does get the foul from Linford. Jack is pretty good at the line. He's worked at everything, all parts of his game.
Absolutely. He's become so much better over the course of this last year. And that's what Jackson should do more often, is let Jack get the ball, because there's really nothing you could do for Star Valley except foul him or let him score.
Van Beltez checks out. In comes Ethan Hoffman for the Bronx. And Barazay, who converted the first, gets his second. It's short, no good. Rebound Cooper Lancaster. Lancaster looks down, surveys things, now checks coach, says, you want to run a play here? And coach says, I don't know, Cooper, you're my guy. Throw it up. Here's a long one from Lincoln Lydiard. That's no good. Rebound Palmer Wetzel. Wetzel and Barazay bring it across the line. Minute 20 to go in the half. Wetzel to Hoffman. Ethan Hoffman, cross court, dangerous, and that's a bad idea. It's stolen away by Star Valley. That shot by Dylan Shumway is knocked out of bounds. Shumway wanted a call, but he won't get it. What he will get, though, is possession. Star Valley ball. And what a neat play. You see that every once in a while, as Barazay was not looking. Shumway bumped it off his back and put it up and in.
Well, that was the Gavin Brunner special. He did that 3 or 4 times back in 2021.
Yeah, that's a sneaky play, and it's legit. And then there was a foul as well, so Shumway, that's the coach's kid showing his smarts right there. Shumway converts, and that's a free 3 points. Just giveaway 3 points. Minute 5 to go in the half. Jackson down by 20. Biggest lead of the night for the Braves. And then Cooper Lancaster with another hand on the ball. Jackson trying to cross court passes. It's just not working. He almost got that one. Larson to Wetzel. Wetzel inside to Barazay. Jack finds an open Larson. He lets fly. It's no good. Aaron Larson off the mark. And a home run ball. What a play by Larson. Aaron got all the way back, and would not Cooper Lancaster have an easy one.
Oh, that's the play of a winner. Like, doesn't care about the missed shot, sprints back on defense and gets the stop.
Yeah, you know what? You very well could. You could very well pout in that situation, but Aaron Larson did not. He got all the way back. And there's a 3 from Dylan Shumway. And he's been red hot for the Braves. Down to 20 seconds to play in the half. Jackson trail by 23. Barazay in the paint. Bumped hard there with Linford. That was a late call. And it'll be the block on Will Linford. I thought they were going to let that go. Really didn't factor into the play. Barazay wasn't shooting, but they're going to call it. Linford's second. He comes out and is replaced. Smith McClure in for him. Here's the Geitman into Wetzel. Turnaround jumper. Good. What a shot. Palmer, Wetzel need more of that. Star Valley now with 5 seconds. They got to hurry. Zane Hedges inside. That shot by Smith McClure is blocked. No time, and that's it. A dreadful second half for the Jackson Bronx has them in a big, big hole. And meanwhile, Star Valley, a team that we said doesn't score, is doing nothing but scoring. At the half, it's Star Valley 43, Jackson 22. We'll be back with the halftime stats and more right after these. You're enjoying Bronx basketball in KZ95 of the Jackson Hole Radio.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Grovemont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000. Tired of waiting in ski lift lines? While Silverlight can't fast track you on the slopes, we can fast track your internet. With Silverlight Fiber, your connection won't slow down during peak usage. And there's no data cap holding you back. It's like your own VIP lift to everything you love online, 24/7, all season long. Silverlight Fiber is coming to Jackson this spring. Visit silverlight-fiber.com to check if you're next in line.
We're back here, halftime show, and let's, yeah, I didn't want to do that. Let's show you a little bit of the dance team. Is this a dance team, Kim?
Yes.
Yeah, we're showing it from behind. This is the best view we got, but yeah, let's see what they got here at the halftime show. Well, my most valuable player for the halftime show is number 22. I thought she was the best. That's fun. Well, that's funner than the game, which, holy cow, that second quarter just was dreadful. Jack, it got infectious bad. Jackson shot cold for a spell there. That turned into turnaways. That turned into, it just melted down.
Well, that's something Jackson has struggled with all season. Turnovers and just going on dry spells, and that was a bad dry spell for the Bronx. And, Jackson, you could play as good defense as you want, but even when you're playing good defense, if you're not scoring, nothing's going to happen. It's hard to win games when there's no offense. I love defense, and defense wins championships, as Liam McPeak once said, but it's hard because even though Jackson played solid defense, Star Valley still scored 43 points and a half. That is very impressive. Most of their shots were three-point shots, so they really scored all around from the perimeter, making Jackson pay. And so Jackson was not prepared for that. because they probably thought in the back of their minds, oh, Star Valley's not a great three-point shooting team, so they kind of sloped off, and Star Valley, took advantage of those open looks. Now I think in the second half, Jackson's going to close out much harder. I expect a little bit of pushback. This team's got backbone. Jackson will go on a run, but it's a matter of how big and how much time is going to be left. That's going to be a factor.
It's a big hole. It better be a big run. And maybe the announcer jinx. I said in the pregame, Star Valley doesn't score a lot and doesn't shoot it well. They proved me wrong. I said after the first quarter, well, they can't continue to be this hot, and they did. So I'm just going to be quiet, and Kimmy K shares stats with us. Who is lighting it up for the Braves? I guess who isn't?
Oh,
Jeez.
my gosh, really? Well, I'll just go down the thing. Linford with 2, Lancaster with 8, Linden with 2, McClure with 5, Shumway with...
Dylan's been good.
17.
Wow. Jeez.
Thompson with 3, Erickson with 2, looks like Lawson with 2, and Hedges with 2.
Oh, they're spreading it around, Mac.
They are, but Shumway, 17 points. That's almost as many points as the whole Jackson team, who only had 22 in the first half. But yes, Star Valley, they are a very well put together program. They have lots of talent all around. I said it earlier for the girls game. They do it with the boys because they develop their players. They put a lot of juniors on JV. All the players get a lot of playing time, and they really do a good job of developing their players at all levels of basketball. And that's why, and they start young as well. Most basketball players play when they're in middle school, elementary school. There's a lot of basketball's just a big culture in Star Valley, and that's why they're good year after year after year. And you got to credit that to Star Valley, and they're proving it here today, going on an opponent's floor in a rivalry game and putting on a show. But now Jackson's got to get a little bit of pushback and come out with a bang.
Yeah, Star Valley's so good at playing better than the sum of their parts. It's not the greatest team they've had roster-wise, but they look every bit like a conference winner right here. Kimmy, what's the stats for the Bronx?
Well, we only scored 3 points in the second.
3 in the second. That's not real good.
All right, well, we got McKinney with 3, both Bereзе and Geitman with 6 each, and Wetzel with 7.
Yeah, I mean, we need all 3 of those 3 guys you just mentioned. Mora, Wetzel. When Wetzel and Bereze score, Mac, it almost seems like they can do that whenever they want. And so why don't they do it more?
Yes, they make it look easy every time they score. Palmer can just shoot over you or make a post move over you. Jack can just bully you. And so Jack's got to do more of drawing those fouls. You saw it at the end of the second quarter. He got free throws. And it's the same thing as the girls' game. Jackson's got to draw the fouls, get the free throws, make the free throws, score when the clock isn't running, especially now that they're down by a big margin. Scoring without the clock running is huge for the Bronx. So I also want to see more three-point shots go in. Jackson was able to get those open looks. Jackson got a lot of great looks. They just didn't fall, and that's just hard to swallow as a fan, as a viewer, if you're supporting the Bronx, but who knows? Maybe it's the hoops. Maybe the switching of the hoops will change it.
Could be. And Mac, you've been on the basketball court a bunch. You've been on this team not long ago. You mentioned you can play as good a defense as you want, even if in your mind you think, well, we're playing good defense. But if you don't make shots, how long can you keep convincing yourself, well, our defense is good? Because you watch the game just slip away. It's demoralizing when you can't score.
Yes, it can get very stressful at times, especially if the shots aren't falling. You're right. If they aren't falling, then you're thinking you're going to stop thinking, oh my gosh, every time I shoot it, it's going to go in. Because if you're a shooter and you think it's going to go in every time, that's what makes great shooters set them apart from good ones, because they believe no matter if they're 0 for 10 or 10 for 10, they're going to shoot and think it's going in. That's hard to do when you're down, and you just got to switch, think it's 0-0 at the half, act like it's 0-0 and go on it's all about mindset.
Start fresh in the second half. Forget that first half, and definitely forget that second quarter. That was a nightmare. We'll be right back with the start of the second half.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Well, credit the Black Hole. They've showed up tonight, and the hometown fans making a lot of noise for their team. Star Valley also travels well, which makes for a loud gym, man.
Yes, it does. The energy in here is going to be electric. Jackson, you know, it was mostly empty right until the game started. That's a famous thing about the Jackson student section. They show up 5 minutes late after the game starts.
Jackson going to move right to left now on the YouTube screen. They're in their home whites, switching sides. Larson to Wetzel here. Palmer back to Aaron Larson. Now far side McKinney. Jackson with the starting 5 on the floor. Inside Barazay. Barazay, strong move. Now pulls up the dribble. Out to McKinney with a kick out. Noah, bounce pass. Larson, he's deep. He's not going to try. Cross court. Wetzel into Barazay. Somebody's got to create here. McKinney from 3. That's off the mark. Rebound Cooper Lancaster. But Wetzel stole it away from him. Homer Wetzel took it away from Cooper.
Yep, and Jackson needs any chance they can get to score, and that was a big bucket there.
Good job by Palmer not to give up on that. He saw Lancaster come down with the board, but he took it away from it. Star Valley with it. Zane Hedges, 15-footer. No, he's going to bounce pass inside. Linford, strong move. Will Linford with the answer. And teams trading buckets here in the opening minute of the third. Larson missed that cross-court pass again.
I'm not liking that.
The good news is it's not Lancaster. It's Shumway now. He's a little shorter. McKinney swiping at his Hedges. Now to Larson. Larson floats one into Barazay. Jack working on Linford. He's going to try. No good. And Linford with the board. Linford gets it up to Zane Hedges. Hedges working far side. There's Bryson Neal with a drive, and he gets it blocked. Jackson the other way. McKinney, he's going to wait. Kick out. Wetzel had the 3, but he was too late trying to get the handle. Barazay will put one up. Good! Jack Barazay. I don't know if he's used the rim all night.
No, he hasn't, and that's what we said at halftime is get Jack and Palmer going, and so far they're the only scorers for Jackson in this half.
Zane Hedges bounce pass to Linford. Will hands off to Shumway. Dylan tries the lane. Larson on him. Shot blocked. Will Geitman got over there and got a hand on it. Geitman going 1-on-2. Kick out. Kinney. 3. No. Noah tried it. Barazay tries to save that. He tried to bounce it off of Bryson Neal. He ended up bouncing it all the way up here in the upper deck. And Jackson will turn it over. Just under 6 to go. We're underway here in the second half. Jackson trying to chew into a 20-point lead. And they're doing it a little bit, but we got a long way to go. Here's Linford. Cooper Lancaster. Inside, his shot no good. Cooper's missed a lot of layups tonight.
He's just been going to the rim too hard. It's almost like a little too strong.
Wetzel hands off to Larson. Jesse inside to Barazay. Aaron was. Now it's taken away. There's Cooper Lancaster. Thought about a jam, and he's going to just lay it up there. Cooper Lancaster goes coast to coast to make it 47-26. Wetzel to Larson. Aaron gets knocked down, and that's Shumway's the nearest guy to him. And it's not him, though.
No.
It's going to be Lancaster, his second. McKinney to inbounds in front of the scorer's table. Bounce pass to Geitman. Will working on Cooper. Lancaster hands it back off to McKinney. Top of the key. Noah gets a screen from Wetzel, but can't get loose of Shumway. Now he's taking a lot of steps. He gives it to Wetzel. Back out. Barazay from 3, and he's too short. Rebound Cooper. Lancaster up ahead to Shumway. His 3 is off the mark, but he gets tumbled by Larson. That's going to be Aaron, and it's going to be a 3 points at the line here. That was a potential triple.
Yeah, we'll have to see the replay because I don't know if Aaron got his arm or not.
He did a drive-by.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, okay.
It was close. He definitely got his arm after the shot.
It's the second on Larson. Meanwhile, Shumway hits the first of 3. He's a 71% free throw shooter. That's pretty good. Still not the best on the team. Roman Erickson is, just for your info. Shumway's got that. Dylan Shumway is having some kind of ball game. Golly. The 5'11 junior averages a dozen a game, and he may double that by the time this one's over. He's got all 3, and it's 50-26 Star Valley. McKinney bounce pass to Wetzel. Corner all alone is Ryder Chapman, but he didn't put up the shot. Here's Palmer Wetzel. Pulls up his dribble. Triple team. Gets it out to McKinney. McKinney to Barazay. Back to McKinney. Noah looking. Will Geitman is open on this backside. So is Ryder Chapman, but that's up and in.
Well, Palmer's so strong with that right hook move. He's really gotten so much better at that.
I don't know where the answer is for Wetzel. I want to see a lot more of him. Spin move in the lane. Zane Hedges up and in. That was pretty from Hedges. Is that his repertoire? I guess it must be. He just did it.
Well, Hedges has been playing varsity basketball for a long time, the last 3 years, so he definitely has gotten better at each move, whether it's three-point shots or layups.
Wetzel long 3, no good. Linford with a rebound, and now stolen away by Palmer Wetzel. Palmer with Zane Hedges on him. Pulls up, gives it to Barazay. That's swiped away, but now Jack gets it back. Oh, what a backdoor cut. Ryder Chapman. Woo! The pass was as good as the bucket. And Cooper Lancaster ties up with Barazay. It'll be a jump ball. Arrow favors Star Valley. 3:35 to go in the third, 52-30. What a pass and what a finish from Ryder Chapman at the other end. Hedges triggers in, long 3 for the baseline, good. And that's Bryson Neal, and that's what he does. That's all he does. He's their 3 guy, and they don't do that often or to much success, but
just
Bryson
a lot tonight.
Parizay, just tonight they have, yeah. Hedges with a rebound. Zane works it up ahead to Cooper Lancaster. Kick out. There's another baseline 3. Neal. This time he misses. Finally. Jackson with the ball with 3 minutes to go in the third. Wetzel trying to get away from Bryson Neal. He does. Puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound and up and in. Good job by Palmer Wetzel not to give up on it.
Nice.
Star Valley ball, baseline drive here from Neal. His shot no good, but he will draw the foul. Bryson Neal, the 6'4" senior. He's got good size. He's not just a 3 guy, as he showed you there.
Well, something I've noticed from the Star Valley Braves is they are running out of this game like they look much faster than the Jackson Bronx. They're running a track meet of a basketball game.
Neal converts the first, 56-32. Hedges and Linford check out. And in comes Roman Erickson, I think. Second shot, no good. But Star Valley with a rebound. Cooper Lancaster goes down. He slid. And I thought that was going to be a travel, but a timeout by Star Valley. After Lancaster went down and kind of slid on the ground. We'll stay right here. 2:40 to go in the third. Jackson, I don't know if they can recover from that dreadful second quarter. They're showing a little bit of life here in the third, Matt.
Well, the issue is they're trading baskets. They're finally getting buckets on the board. They've scored 12 points in the quarter, but now they're still down 24 because you can't trade baskets if you want to chip into a lead like this. And so it's been an even quarter, but again, it's been the same problem. Jackson's got to have even quarters throughout all 4.
Right.
Down as many as they were coming out of the locker room at the half. The math ain't mathin' if you want to trade buckets the rest of the way. That's not how it works. Jackson's got to get stops, turnovers, and they got to make it rain points here real quick. Star Valley with the ball, triggered in by Roman Erickson. Out to Cooper Lancaster. Cooper with Bereзе on him. Lancaster going to try the drive, lost the handle, but it goes right into the hands of Neal. Boy, how many times, like you said, or Shumway rather, he missed the three. Here's Erickson, drives the lane, and nobody picked him up. Rebound, Cooper Lawson, and Big Country with a board and bucket. He'll go to the line.
Well, the reason why Star Valley scored is because they had a third chance to score.
Yeah.
Jackson has got to be better at boxing out. Jack and Will, like, it's got to be all five guys. Jack and Will can't be doing the only ones boxing out.
Cooper Lawson is off the front rim, no good with that free throw. Big Country misses, 2 for 9 on the season from the charity stripe now. There's Geitman for Jackson, 58-32. The Bronx trail in the rivalry game between these two teams. Geitman's got to be careful. Sweeping around behind was Bryson Neal, almost poked it loose. Pass intended for Geitman, knocked away. And that's Bryson Neal with a hand on it. Kicks it right to Roman Erickson. Erickson to an open Cooper Lancaster. Kick out to Neal, now to Erickson. That's in the backcourt, and there it goes. Well, the Star Valley got a little faster than they could operate. They got a little fast for themselves there, but they have been fast, haven't they? They've been the faster team tonight.
They have definitely been the faster team, and they've definitely taken care of the ball better. That's a rare turnover from these Braves.
Yeah. Here's Bereze with Big Country coming out to meet him. Now to McKinney, Bereze, far side Geitman. Geitman on Bryson Neal. That's a height mismatch if Jackson wants to take advantage of that. Wetzel with it. Wetzel bumps a couple times with Erickson. And now kick out to Bereze. Bereze drives. Country shuts him off, and the loose ball goes right to Geitman, thankfully. Geitman hands off to Wetzel. Bereze thought he had a lane, and Big Country come out to stop that. There's the two football guys right there, face to face in each other's grill. Wetzel trying to get away from Erickson. He does, and posts up a three. Palmer Wetzel found a little bit of room with Roman Erickson on him, and he drilled it. I had a 3. They're going to say a 2.
It was a long 2, and that's one of Palmer's specialty shots. He's good from the mid-range.
Here's Cooper Lancaster, 14-footer, rattles in and out, no good, but another offensive board. That's Roman Erickson. That shot from from Shumway off the mark, but another offensive rebound, Roman Erickson. And the foul, that's going to be Bereze.
No. McKinney.
It'll send Roman Erickson to the line. 4 fouls on Jackson now.
Oh, they gave it to 31.
In this quarter.
That was a mistake.
And that one off the mark from Roman Erickson. Erickson's an 82% free throw shooter. He's best on the team, but he
just airballed.
He missed that one, yeah, and he missed that one. Wow. That doesn't happen every day, but another offensive board, Cooper Lancaster. Star Valley, here's Shumway. Man, he's electric. And the putback by Erickson, who made up for the 2 misses at the stripe. He was right on the spot.
Well, that's twice in the quarter that Jackson has let up an offensive rebound off a free throw and then another third chance shot.
Yes, in the lane, Palmer Wetzel with a floater. Palmer's been the one bright spot for the Bronx. As we're down to a last shot here, Cooper Lancaster, is he going to let it go? Nope, passes to Erickson, and now we're going to end this way. Yeah, that's the end of 3, so we haven't made any progress, and we only have 8 minutes left. The score after 3 complete, Star Valley 60, Jackson 36. Back with the final 8 minutes of this one after these on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Tired of waiting in ski lift lines? While Silverlight can't fast track you on the slopes, we can fast track your internet. With Silverlight Fiber, your connection won't slow down during peak usage. And there's no data cap holding you back. It's like your own VIP lift to everything you love online, 24/7, all season long. Silverlight Fiber is coming to Jackson this spring. Visit silverlight-fiber.com to check if you're next in line.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Well, I don't know that Star Valley's been the better team. Obviously, they've been the better team, but a lot of it has to do with their confidence, their focus, their discipline.
Woo!
As Ryder Chapman lets go with a left-handed three. It's
that
no
would have been
good.
so nice.
Just underway here in the fourth. Roman Erickson feeds it to Zane Hedges. Hedges far side. Cooper Lancaster back to Hedges. Around the horn to Smith McClure. Hedges bounce pass inside to Country. Now outside to Erickson. Erickson drives the paint. Puts one up from 8 feet. No good. Rebound Wetzel. And a reach in by Lawson. Now that was unnecessary. Cooper knows it. Although he's showing number 4, the scoreboard operator is confused as I am. Yeah, there we go. Cooper Lawson. Jackson with the ball now. Wetzel. Top of the key. Wetzel on Cooper Lancaster. Is he going to try? Yeah. Puts Lancaster in the air. Now let's go. Gets his own rebound. Good follow-up.
Whoa.
By Palmer Wetzel. Mac, that's a good thing. When you shoot, follow your shot, right?
Yes, absolutely. Palmer did a good job of knowing where that miss is going, and that's a good thing about getting offensive rebounds. That's a big key, is knowing where the shot is going, and Palmer knew exactly where it was going, right back to him.
The advantage of being the shooter, you see the whole thing. In fact, when you let it go, you kind of know where the rebound's going. As Wetzel does convert that one, it's 60-37. 7:15 to go here in the fourth. Jackson down big, with the crowd not giving up yet. As don't tell the black hole this one's out of reach. Cooper Lancaster, far side. Hedges back to Cooper. Hedges now, bounce pass inside of Smith McClure. Now it's Roman Erickson off the mark. He's a little short. Noah McKinney comes down with a board for Jackson. Jackson does not have the luxury of taking time here in the half-court setup. There's Berazay, turnaround jumper from 15, no good. Rebound Star Valley, Cooper Lancaster pushing the pace. Kick out, Erickson. Erickson weaves through traffic to Hedges, far side McClure. Oh, no good. Smith McClure with a rebound. Oh, boy, the rebound's back.
Yep, it's killing the Bronx, and it's something you would expect. Star Valley's a good rebounding team, but Jackson still got to keep that in the back of your mind.
McKinney works into the corner. Geitman puts a stutter step on, now drives, and we're going to get a reach in on Roman Erickson. Geitman having another one of those games where in the first 3 minutes, he's wow, and then you don't see him again. And I don't mind him shooting a three there. That pump fake drive, I mean, that's okay, but he had the shot. Take those threes. We need threes, and Geitman's good at it. There's Will working hard on Smith McClure, but he can't get the shot. A lot of bumping. They let him go. Here's Smith McClure now for Star Valley. Kicks it out to Zach Thompson. And now Dylan Shumway. Thompson. Bounce pass inside, turnaround jumper, McClure, no good. Rebound, Geitman, he lost the handle, but that got poked away by Zane Hedges. More substitutions for Jackson as we get a look at Thomas King again. He'll replace Jack Berazay. Just under 6 to go in regulation. Jackson down 62-38. McKinney, far side, finds Ryder Chapman. Now to Wetzel. Wetzel. That was a shot, maybe partially deflected as it hit the bottom of the net and out of bounds. Yeah, they must have said Star Valley got a hand on it.
Yep, it was off of Hedges' hand.
Okay. Wetzel into Will Geitman. Geitman, top of the key, watched by Zach Thompson. Now to Wetzel. Thompson picks him up. 2-3 zone. I saw a lot of man from Star Valley on film, but they're in the zone now. There's King underneath, and that shot is blocked by McClure, but I think he went over the back. Yeah, and he knows he did.
Yep, and good job by King to get that offensive rebound and get that put back and just draw the foul. King, this is very valuable minutes, just a sophomore.
I've liked what I've seen out of King. Early in the year, he got more playing time. We haven't seen him of late.
No.
But he's good.
Is Thomas Wills?
Yes. They got to be
brothers?
related, right? Yeah. King converts them both. And Jackson's within 22 now. And Ryder Chapman checks out for Jackson. Replaced by Ethan Hoffman. Star Valley with the ball, brought up by Zach Thompson. 5:20 to go in the fourth. Kick out, long three, baseline, no good. Star Valley starting to shoot like the Braves have all year. Here comes the drive by Zach Thompson, up and in. Well, I have not seen the Braves shoot it like this all year. It figures. Wetzel to Chapman, or Hoffman rather, Ethan Hoffman. Out to Wetzel, back to Hoffman, baseline three, that's short. Rebound pulled down by Star Valley. Here comes Roman Erickson, bounce pass, now kick out Shumway to McClure, that's no good. Rebound Hedges. Zane Hedges gonna try, no, kicks it out to Thompson. Zach trying to put a wiggle on Noah, can't get away from him, and Shumway will settle it down. With 4:20 to go, Star Valley ball. They have a 24-point lead. Thompson from three, good. Zach Thompson is heating up a little bit for the Braves.
Yep, and Star Valley is just getting everything they want. Jackson not putting up much resistance here.
It's their night. You can just see it. Wetzel loses the handle, loose ball, and a fight for it. That's out of bounds, Star Valley. Good job, good hustle by Roman Erickson as he tried to get that from going out of bounds, couldn't save it. Wetzel will inbounds. More changes for Star Valley as they work their way through the bench. Wetzel to Geitman, back to Wetzel. Palmer on Cooper Lancaster. Cooper watching him closely. Palmer pulls up, now fires, and his 12-footer is short. Zane Hedges lost it to Wetzel. Nice steal by Palmer. Palmer gives it to Ethan Hoffman. His shot is no good, and now out to Cooper Lancaster. Here come the Braves. They love to run. Cooper, kick out. Thompson, he's red hot, but he doesn't have that one. Cooper Lancaster cannot make a shot underneath the basket. He had the rebound, but he couldn't make it go. Jackson ball now. Wetzel to Will King. Will, whistle. What was that?
There's a reach-in foul, so King will go to the line to shoot two because it's bonus. I think this would be King's first points if he converts here of the season.
Okay. Here we go, Will. As he toes the mark. 3:23 to go. Jackson down 67-40. He's got it. Yeah,
Way
Will
to
King.
go, Will.
Hey, give us another one, Will. King on the floor with Geitman, Wetzel, Hoffman, and Thomas King, and he got them both. 67-42. Star Valley ball. Bounce pass here near side. Shumway kicks it back out to Thompson. To Shumway. Dillon tries a three. Rattles in and out. Rebound Jackson. That was Thomas King on the boards. Wetzel hands off to Will King. To Thomas. Thomas King to Wetzel. Wetzel with a screen from Geitman, but Cooper Lancaster picks him right back up. King with a shot, but before that, we get a charge. That's going to be on Wetzel.
What?
Yeah.
No.
More substitutions for, we get Jack Neild in the game for Star Valley.
Another Neild.
Yes,
Yep.
another Neild.
Played against Ridge Neild. He's a good three-point shooter.
Yeah.
Very good three-point shooter.
You know, I used to buy hay from the Neild family down there in Star Valley. Neilds
Oh,
are,
yeah, I remember you, yeah.
Neilds are all over down there. Here's Star Valley with it. Jack Neild gets it to Thompson. Thompson drives the lane. That's up and no good. Rebound is in. And that's Jack Neild with a board and bucket to make it 69-42 with 2:22 to go. King directing traffic. Bounce pass to his brother. This is Thomas. Thomas hands off to Hoffman. Ethan. to Larson. Jesse Larson drives and lost the handle. Contact in there. The ball went right to Mason Kleeman, Tate Lawson. But yeah, that was a foul. That will send Larson to the line. Jesse Larson, 71% free throw shooter, best on the team. We'll see if he can cut into this lead here. That is significant.
Oh, sorry, Jesse.
Missed. 2:10 to go in regulation. Star Valley 69, Jackson 42. Do I still have third quarter?
Yeah, you do.
Larson, too short with that. With the rebound is Tate Lawson. Tate brings it up across the line. Surveys the field, hands off to Zach Thompson. Thompson's been electric off the bench, threes and his drives. Lincoln Lydiard now inside, turnaround jumper. Tate Lawson is good. The 6'1 senior converts, and everything the Braves throwing up going in. Jackson with it now, Jesse Larson. Jesse over the far side to Noah McKinney. That's Ryder Chapman in now. Drive, and it's Chapman looking for help, finds Larson. Larson in a crowd, and he got fouled. Good job by Jesse Larson to draw the harm, and he got Tate Lawson to put hands on him. He'll go to the line. For Tate, that's his first, team 8th. They've had a lot.
You only get 5.
Okay. Larson missed that. 5. Boy, just nothing going in for Jackson, even free throws. Nothing. Whew. Roman Erickson checks in for Zach Thompson, the senior, who's been good off the bench. Meanwhile, Jesse will try to convert the second, and he can't do it. Rebound, Star Valley, and here come the Braves with a $120. Mason Kleeman underneath, he's wide open. He got lost in the wash. Nobody saw him, and Mason Kleeman puts it up. Larson to a wide open Ryder Chapman. Good from 3. Ryder Chapman, the lefty.
Yep, and he's a three-point specialist. He's really worked on that three-point shot, and it's just amazing to see as a freshman doing varsity things.
Yeah, the freshman providing a spark. There's Jack Neild underneath. He gets fouled on that. Larson, the guy who got him. And under a minute to go to the line is going to be Jack Neild, the junior. That one is no good. Yeah.
That was actually Thomas King who got that, not Larson.
The foul? Okay, yep. Thank you. I saw a 2. I didn't see the 1.
0.
Missed them both. A 0. Here comes Larson. Jesse. Far side. Works it to Will King, who lost the handle. Stolen away. We'll see if Star Valley just wants to salt this one away. Roman Erickson not in a hurry. Crosses the line. And there's a 15-footer, no good by Tate Lawson. Out of bounds, it'll be Jackson ball. Yeah, these guys want to play. Running clock now, 30 seconds. Jackson, Ryder Chapman. Ryder trying to get somebody to come towards him. Bounce pass into King. Thomas King with it. Switches with Ryder Chapman. Now to Jesse Larson. Jesse behind the dribble. Back dribble. He walks right in. And can you believe it? I mean, I can believe it because it's been that kind of night.
Yep, there's a lid on the rim.
Yeah, he just did everything right there.
Erickson's going to eat it, and we'll get the buzzer. I mean, in one of those nights, not to take away anything from the Braves who earned this win on the road, but Star Valley shot it up and it went in. Jackson shot it up and it did not. And it's that kind of night. The final 73-45. Be right back to wrap things up after this on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming's roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Visit wyoroad.info, download YDOT's 511 app, or call 511 for current conditions. Buckle up every trip, every time, and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive, not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by YDOT.
Yikes. UGLY. This one ugly for the Bronx. Rivalry game and a lost opportunity to pick up an important win in Quadrant and to pick up the first one of the year for that matter, but it did not go Jackson's way, Mac. Not much went right for the Bronx.
No, it was just, there was times where everything was dire. Nothing was going right for the Bronx. It's frustrating to see as the team, it's just hard. It's hard. It's definitely a hard loss. That's a loss that stings. That's a loss that you'll never forget because it's just, that's Star Valley. Just everything went right, and Star Valley proved why they're the best team other than Evanston in the 4A West.
Star Valley drove up Snake River Canyon and schooled these Bronx tonight. There's just no other way to put it. Coach Elliott's crew, the Bronx fall to 0-13 after the loss, 0-5 in conference. And for the Star Valley Braves, with a win under Coach Matt Shumway, they improved to 7-9 overall, 5-0 in conference. And they were good. What do you got? Do you have stats, Kimmy K, for Star Valley?
Linford, 4. Lancaster, 10. Linden, 2. Neild, 4. McClure, 5. Shumway
a lot.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
20.
Neild, 2. Thompson, 8. Is that McCleeman? I can't read his writing here. 2. Erickson, 6. Larson, 2. Lawson. Oh, there's 2 Lawsons. Sorry, they don't look at Lawson. Tate, 2. His brother, 4. Hedges, 4. Wow, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, Dylan Shumway leading the way for all scorers tonight. That's probably a season high for Shumway, who was really, really good. No-brainer for me. Shumway's my VIP for the Braves. Mac?
It's got to be Shumway. Just the way he's one of the best shooters I've seen in the state of Wyoming. I remember him playing varsity basketball last year, and he's always been a good three-point shooter. He has the shooter's touch. He's ready to shoot right away, and just his form, it's a thing of beauty. He's a great, great basketball player, deserves all the credit, and deserves the player of the game for the Star Valley Braves.
And for under 6 feet, he also will go in the paint and do stuff. He has some nice moves inside. He can do it all. He was everything. You like Smith? You like Dylan Shumway?
I like Shumway. That I already had my 2 already picked for both teams, so he was it.
Let's go to the Jackson Bronx statistics over there.
Will King, 2. Thomas King, 2. McKinney, 3. Chapman, 5. Geitman, 6. Wait. Bears, 8. And that leaves us with Wetzel for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19.
Wow, that's 6 better than his usual season average. Okay, player of the game for you for the Bronx. Kimmy.
Bears.
Mac.
I think I got to go with Palmer Wetzel. There was a stretch where he scored at least 8 straight for the Bronx in the third quarter. And, he was the only one shedding the light for the Bronx when everything else seems bad. Palmer was the only one scoring, doing it. And I also like Jack's game. Jack had a great game, as always. Jack's consistent. He will always get you 8 points, and he'll always get you 8 to 10 to 12 rebounds. Palmer can have, Palmer's been consistently great. As of late, he's been scoring a lot more. And, I liked Palmer's game. He was scoring really well. The 3-point shots were falling, but he took advantage. He realized maybe my shot isn't falling. I'll keep and I'll attack inside. And Palmer is great at recognizing what isn't working for that game, and then realizes what is working for that game.
He is good at that. Berzay was spinning it tonight. Had a real touch, but we needed more of it. And I loved Hoffman's contribution in limited minutes. There's some future there, and that kid and his dead-eye long-range shooting. But, yeah, Palmer Wetzel, where would this team be tonight without him and his points? My goodness, Wetzel definitely showed up. I don't know about his cohorts. That'll do it for us. Final score from Jackson Hole, Wyoming is Star Valley 73, Jackson 45 for the girls and boys, taking tough losses against their arch rivals. And that'll do it for us tonight. We'll see you down the road. We'll be at the next game, which is, what is the next game? Anybody? Green River.
Green River here next Saturday.
Yeah, we'll be here for that. We'll see you next Saturday. Green River comes into town. For now, though, big thank you to Jackson Lumber, Town Square Inns of Jackson Hole, Big O Tires, Y-Dot, Blue Spruce Cleaners, and Silver Star sponsoring this action tonight. From Jackson, Wyoming, I'm Jake, Mac, Kimmy K. On behalf of us all, we wish you a good night and have a fun weekend. Go play in the snow. We're going to get some. That'll do it for us from Jackson.